We're about to watch another exciting episode of The Dungeon Run. But quick note about this episode. As you know, we're doing the show now from our homes during quarantine, and as such, we're having to deal with some of the quirks of the internet. There are some moments in this episode where the audio goes in and out of sync. We just wanted you to know it's not you. We'll get things back on track next week. But I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching.
And welcome to The Dungeon Run, a live tabletop role-playing game where your interactions help tell the tale. And a special hello to everyone watching live for the first time. Hello. So glad you could join us. I am Lord Ereban, Keeper of Secrets, and your host for tonight's campaign. Together, we stand witness as our intrepid adventurers face terrible danger and most certain doom in their quest for glory, valor, and most importantly, treasure. Yes! Now, let's get on with tonight's show. As you'll see, all of the players are still working from home and practicing their social distancing, as of course you should be as well. As soon as the time is right, I'll let all of you and all of them back into my dungeon. Now, throughout our time together, you will be called upon to help guide decisions made within the game. In addition to our live chat interactions, those that are brave enough can purchase one of our unique props. Tonight we have 4 Dungeon Run props for you. If you love the show, you can show love. Yes, yes, yes. That's the blue balloon. Now, when you when you buy Show Love, Jeff will see it and may read your name out during the game, showing you some love. And of course, you can show love to any member of the team, including yours truly, me, Lord Ereban. Yes. You could bestow upon the adventuring party the gift of advantage, the ability to roll a pair of 20-sided dice at once, taking the highest value. Yes. Ah, very good. White Tiger Angel, thank you for that. Morgan will appreciate that, or should I say James. On the contrary, you can set the trap of disadvantage. If a player has advantage, this disadvantage will counter it. And if the player does not have an advantage, well, they will roll a pair of 20-sided dice and take the lowest value. After all, life is pain, is it not, Jorul? And yes, Milo's bull is still out. Look, I told him to put it away, but as you know, he is an idiot. That's right, I said it out loud. He didn't listen to me. But joke's on him, because we're not using force cards yet, Milo! So it doesn't affect the game. But it still might affect Milo. And that's always fun, isn't it? Now, when you give props, please specify which player at the table it is for, or I will make the choice for you, and you won't like it, please. Also, for all things Dungeon Run, head over to thedungeonrun.fandom.com. There you will find more info on our characters, Dungeon Run merch, and a link to the Dungeon Run Discord, where you can join a great community of runners. You can upload your fan art there as well. And to those who have already submitted, I see you, and I thank you. Now, let's meet our brave souls, the cast of characters. Please welcome Jared Kajak as Civ Redfield.
What's up, homie? How you doing?
I am your homie, aren't I, Jared?
You are my homie.
We are homies. I like that we're homies. I feel like I'm homies with everyone in this show.
Definitely.
And you, the watchers. Jessica Lynn Parsons as Fahima Taiga.
Hi, everybody. If you didn't see Jared's rap yesterday, you should go find it on YouTube. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Go find Jared's rap on YouTube. Come on. Let's go. Thank you, Fahima. Morgan Peter Brown as James Quillas.
Hello, Lord Arrow. Oh, thank you. That was I like that you gave my name a little extra fervor tonight. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, there's a little punch at the end.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, you're so exciting that I need to add a little flavor. I love you. And your
I love you
beard,
too.
it's coming back very, very
It does that.
fantastically
It
fast,
doesn't
too.
take much
Yes.
time, as we've learned over the course of this show.
No, for me, it takes hundreds of years.
I know. I'm sorry
Ronald
about that.
Ogden as Argyle.
What's up, Flaya? Never gets old.
Wait a second. So I'm a homie and a flair.
Hey man, Flaya's gonna flay.
Flair is gonna flay, baby. Yes, I like this. Ooh, yes. And Katie Michaels as Lily Tumblestead.
How's it going, bro?
Right, now I'm being called 3 different things. Katie, I just want to mention once again, your hair is phenomenal. Your background is very blue.
Thank you.
Just like your eyes. And I'm very happy to have all 5 of you. But one thing that makes me even more excited is my close friend and our dungeon master. Last but not least, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jeff Kanata!
Hello, buddy. I miss you. I miss giving you hugs
Yes.
in person, man.
If I could just even have a moment's time with you would be fantastic,
Yes.
Jeff. I really appreciate you, and I know our audience does as well. As their journey continues, I, Lord Ereban, will be joining you in your social conversations around the game. So keep an eye out for my avatar and comments. And before we begin, I have a favor to ask of you. It would give me great pleasure if you would share the show. Just click below and let all of your admirers know that you are watching The Dungeon Run, the greatest show on the history of this planet. That's right, I said on the history.
On the
Not
history.
in, but on the history. Now, thank you, James. Keep the comments coming. Be ever vigilant and let the dice roll.
Pew pew. Oh my gosh. What a week we had.
What a week.
What a
in
week.
Dungeon Run lore. It was our anniversary week, and I was completely, as I'm sure all of us here were, completely bowled over, gobsmacked by this incredible community. If you're watching the show and you haven't logged onto the Discord or taken part in this amazing community, you are missing out. We have some of the most fantastic, wonderful people in the world that have banded together. They made us a video commemorating 1 year of the Dungeon Run. They gave us a multi-hour live stream commemorating a year of the Dungeon Run. There's a full book that was put together about the entire story of the first year. Jared rapped. It was a week full of amazement. So thank you to one and all. There's too many people to name here at the top, but know that all of you, every single person who took part in that, we are so grateful. It was just an incredible week for all of us. And I'm excited to get back and do some more shows for year 2 of the Dungeon Run.
Year 2. Year 2.
You're in it.
You
This is
say
it.
it like that.
We're in it, year 2.
Wow.
Wow.
Woo,
All
we
right.
made it.
Perfect for the time travel episodes.
Yeah. Let's catch everybody up and jump right in, shall we?
Yeah.
Yes.
It started as a simple dungeon run, but that was a long time ago, or a long time in the future, depending on your point of view. Our heroes are in the unique position now of having both perspectives, since they have been magically transported back in time many years before the moment when they first met each other and began their journey together. Now, they inhabit the lives of 5 sellswords in the employ of the infamous pirate captain Whitebeard, a villain they vanquished in their own time, but who, 20 years before, is still very much a force to be reckoned with. When the heroes of Bingle arrived in this time, they found themselves marching a Triton named Choran across a desert island to be delivered to Whitebeard, who planned to collect a sizable bounty for his capture, set by the mighty Shazen Gao Empire. Choran pleaded with the heroes to spare his life and help him rescue his family. And in exchange, he promised to bring them to the treasure cache of the crown, the Shazen Gao dynasty's secret stockpile of riches and magical items. The team managed to persuade Whitebeard to forego the bounty and pursue the more valuable prize, to sail to the Isle of Rum and reunite Choran with his wife and son in the town of Boster. But when they arrived, Choran's family and the man he had trusted to protect them were nowhere to be found. Instead, they found more bounty hunters looking to collect the price on his head. A wild tavern brawl broke out, but the heroes managed to isolate the barkeep long enough to learn that Choran's family had fled to the Castle Rum, a terrifying haunted manor, isolated and only accessible by boat. Anyone foolish enough to attempt the trip would have to steel themselves against the horrors of the castle by imbibing a mysterious drink called the Liquor of the Dead. Ziv, growing impatient with Choran, decided to stab him, unceremoniously, gut, which somehow garnered Whitebeard's approval. The pirate decided to bring the team with him to his favorite pastime in Boster, the brutal underground fighting ring known as the Mud Pit. But first, they stopped off at a local soothsayer, a sea hag, who seemed to know an awful lot about the events of the hero's past. She assured Whitebeard that the mini desert bullets he had acquired would win their fight in the Mud Pit, even as she foretold his own demise. The team decided to split up. Fahima, Uggo, and Siv accompanied Whitebeard, Choran, and Whitebeard's loquacious first mate, Loudmouth, to the Mud Pit, while Lily and James headed east to the mysterious lighthouse on Ocean's Gull Point to learn more about the Liquor of the Dead. At the Mud Pit, the Sea Hag's premonition about the bullets proved to be true, as one emerged victorious in a vicious battle with a rancid spitter, earning Whitebeard a sizable amount of gold. When the pirates suggested one of the heroes test their mettle in the pit, Uggo volunteered, much to Fahima's chagrin. In an intense, mud-splattered battle, Uggo managed to defeat a halfling monk named Elry in one-on-one combat, but he refused to end her life, choosing instead to escape the pit with her, unconscious in his arms. Fahima used the chaos of the battle to sneak herself into the holding pens to find the injured Boulette, and to give Uggo the stink eye. Meanwhile, at Ocean's Gull Point, James and Lily ascended the lighthouse to find a strange sight indeed. A bloated, gassy shell of a man, calling himself Viscount Wingerstick's envoy, held court amidst skeletons and crazed seagulls. Clearly disturbed, the man nonetheless offered Lily and James some of his Liquor of the Dead, a brew he said could only be made by fermentation inside the corpse of a decomposing creature. In exchange, they agreed to ignite the beacon at the top of the lighthouse and promised their own corpses to him, should they meet an untimely demise. As we ended last week, James and Lily had begun the awful process of digging up some Liquor of the Dead when they uncovered a noxious vine growing in among the graves. One of its sickly bulbs popped and poisonous fumes assaulted their noses. They rolled initiative.
Oh, God.
And that is where we're picking up this week.
Woo!
I do want to take a second and thank some people who have already given us love as we start the show. Prowin, I'm guessing. Prowin, new name I haven't seen before, I don't think. Bingle and Flames, Lego My Uggo, Rogue Rat, Xenomorph Bob, JD66532019, and many others. Thank you for those balloons. We appreciate them. They are indeed very, very appreciated. All right, so because we are starting right where we left off last week, in the midst of a battle about to break out, that means we must return once again to the map room.
Haha!
I'm so scared.
We have a recreated Lord Araban's dungeon, where we our once and future home.
Oh, the candles are in the corner. I didn't even notice.
Oh yeah.
Milo's bowl, our knights.
Oh man.
But here
I love this
is-
map too.
Here
So
is
good.
the lighthouse. You'll remember the bridge I told you about that you leapt down. It was about a 10-foot drop there, and now you're on this smaller land mass where the lighthouse sits. Just adjacent to it, we see Lily and James in front of this sickly, strange plant that has they've kind of they haven't dug it up, but they moved the dirt enough for it to sort of peer through and start to attack them.
Right.
When we left last week, you had rolled initiative. I believe James, you rolled an 18 and Lily rolled a 10.
Sounds right.
And my Vine rolled a natural 20.
Ooh,
Wow.
So we
To start a fight.
that sounds fake.
Hey man, it's on
Not
tape.
buying it.
We got it. All right, so we are starting right away, hitting the ground running. Battle. And the Vine, as you stand over it, shovels in hand, having just disturbed the dirt around it. Oh look, cool! It's like a little highlighted vine. The vine is going to make a multi-attack. It is going to strike a couple of times with its sort of prickly and noxious vines. They come whipping out of the ground at you, and that is one to Lily and one to James. The first to Lily is a 22 to hit. And the second is to James. That is a 13.
Do you have advantage or disadvantage on either of
Oh,
those?
yes. Excuse me. Thank you for asking. The first one had advantage from Grim Fated, but countered by Kaibuk. The second has advantage from Grim Fated, but countered by Angel Devilson.
Okay. And you said, I'm sorry, the hit to me was a 13.
13.
Okay, that's a miss.
All right. So the first one
you.
does hit Lily.
Sorry, Lily.
Oh no,
And that is...
I'm scared to
Are
hear
the
this
little like tubular vine things wiggling on the plant creature, or am I just seeing things?
Yes. We have animation this week.
They're animated.
They're
yeah.
moving.
Yeah.
Shut the front door.
It's
pretty great.
it's like quivering.
Oh,
All right. So that's 12 points of damage to you, Lily.
oh gosh.
Yeah.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Pretty big smack. So this horrible vine, it looks sickly. It comes out. You can see in the dirt there that it just looks like rot and decay sitting in the midst of this, what is really a grave site. And there are, corpses littered all around this place. You haven't actually gotten down all the way to one, but some plants seem to be growing in and around the decay of the ground. One of them comes up, it pops this bulb, you smell this horrible smell, and then one of the vines comes out and whips across the two of you, hitting Lily in the face.
My poor face. I already had a bloody nose.
It's always when a person is as short as a gnome, sometimes the face is the first thing that gets hit.
Oh, no.
It's like,
James, you're up.
By the way, just for clarification, the spores or whatever did necrotic damage. The vine did like bludgeoning. Was that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. All right. So James is still like staggered from that necrotic damage, and seeing this thing growing out of the ground, he is going to and push his left hand, touching Lily's shoulder and casting fly on both of us.
Okay. All right.
And we need to get away from this thing, and then follow me, and I will take off 60 feet up.
All right.
And
Sorry,
someone
Map.
else
Sorry,
goes
Map people.
like, someone's in danger and also flying.
Sorry, map people. I'm gonna be testing yours.
Whoa!
That's pretty awesome.
That
pretty
is awesome.
So, I can't even do that with real minis.
Yeah, you can't do that with miniatures unless you have the little glass tower things.
Yeah. So, before you do that, however, it is going to have an attack of opportunity.
I guess it would. Yes.
So
No.
it is.
I'll let it take it on me.
Okay.
Yes.
It is going to attempt to grapple you with a vine.
I am going to use for my reaction Entropic Ward.
Okay.
So you get to roll this at disadvantage.
Okay, I did have advantage from Grim Fated that was countered by Angel Devilson, so this will still be that cancels out. So, I will
So
still have
basically, I'm gonna
disadvantage.
using the power of James's mind to kind of fuzz your attack a little bit and just kind of like basically glitch in the matrix. So you roll this attack at disadvantage.
I rolled very well. I rolled an 18.
Before you,
Yeah.
I think I have to say it before you say how much damage it is, but I'm gonna cutting words it, which means I get to roll one of my bardic inspiration dice and reduce that amount of damage that goes towards James.
Okay. It is.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
D10 at this point.
So it's a 23, even with disadvantage.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Wow.
I rolled an 18 and a 15. So, you are going to take. Oh my goodness, 16 points of damage.
Dang.
Hold.
Ouch.
So you can't quite get up until you break the grapple. The vine comes up and wraps around your torso and holds you down even as Lily
Oh no.
flies up into the air.
I have to roll concentrate. Oh, so 8. So
You get to
that-
reduce that much.
so it was 16, so that's reduced by 8. So okay.
I rolled an
half.
8.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Thank you. And now I have to roll to check my concentration on flight. Dang it.
Yeah.
Do I have advantage on this?
You have advantage from Z-Man 9018, countered by Grim Fated.
Oi, oi, oi.
Yes. Okay, that's a natural 18. Flight
right.
is maintained. So get out of here, Lily.
So James will be still on the ground, but Lily will be up in the air, and which is awesome. And it is
No one is paying attention to what anyone's saying. They're all just staring at the animation and the minis
So
moving
rad.
around.
As they should be, to be honest.
these are minis designed by the players. These
Mhm.
two player minis. Katie designed hers. Morgan designed his. So James, that completes your turn.
Yes.
Okay, Lily, you are up. You're flying.
Okay, so let me
And James, what is her flight
60
speed?
60 feet of flight speed.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, but James is still right next to it.
Yes.
Does
And I'm
that-
grappled, so my movement is currently 0.
Right.
You're grappled. Okay,
Yes.
so what can I do to get you ungrappled here? Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to actually. Can I do? How close do you have to be in Spirit Guardians? Within 5 feet?
15, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna try casting Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
Yes.
So it is concentration, but I should be like away. So I call
And
for
it's already used its reaction on the attack of opportunity against me.
That's
so
correct.
You can
and
back
just so
up.
you know, Jeff, it says I call for spirits to protect you. They flit around with a distance of 15 feet for the duration of this
Right.
spell. It's concentration up to 10 minutes.
Good.
The
Affected creature's speed is halved.
Yeah.
And it must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes radiant damage.
Nice.
Right?
Yes.
It takes half damage on a successful save.
Right.
So it's 3d8 radiant.
Nice.
And I assume you want to roll that, Jeff?
You can roll it.
Okay.
Doing the damage.
It has to roll
That's
a wisdom
fine.
save to start.
Let's do the wisdom save first.
Does it roll at the top of its turn, or does it roll immediately upon first contact?
It's
If it's for the first time, it enters the area for the first time, or if it starts its turn there.
This is,
Wouldn't take
I
any
mean,
damage
if
until
entered.
its turn.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
delayed until its turn.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't technically go until the end of your turn, or until your turn
Its
is over
turn.
and its turn starts,
Yeah.
which is next, right?
which is pretty
Yeah.
much next.
So
But-
I'm just gonna roll these, and you can do your.
Yep.
I guess that'll be the end of my turn. I'm just gonna float within 15 feet of James,
Great.
so trying to stay kind of away
Stay
from.
back.
It rolled an 11 on its wisdom save. I had advantage from Angel Devilson that was countered by can't say that name.
Does not save.
That's an interesting title.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay, so it takes 10
Nice.
All right.
10 radiant.
10 radiant. And also, I should have said this, but I think it was implied that James is not affected by these because I can
Right.
designate people.
I
That
appreciate that. Thank you.
you know.
This is when
Yeah.
Lily turns evil and decides to
She's
kill
like,
James.
just crush it.
Kills James with radiant damage.
Yeah.
And your spirit guardians are little beer mugs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what happens is these spirits of like da 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 da, like this party happens in the air, and this plant is somehow affected by the magic radiant party.
It's like you get your head cheers in between
Yeah, that's
two
what I was
cups.
thinking. I was thinking just get cheers upside the
love
face.
it. Two
That's how I
steins.
always. Yeah, that's how I always pictured it.
I
Get
love it.
pineappled on the head.
Okay, so we're up back to the vine's turn, and what it is going.
Did it have to
do-
roll concentration to see if that damage broke its grapple on me? I don't know.
concentration? No.
Okay.
So the vine on its turn, you hear behind you, James, and below you, Lily, this moving and shifting earth, and you smell that smell again, that sickly odor wafting up, this odor of decay, and a bit like a canine, but it is clearly dead.
No.
It's wonderful.
Adorable,
Isn't
Jeff.
that amazing?
It's
It's not adorable. It's terrible. It's
This is
terrifying.
gonna make it so. Yay.
Good night, everybody.
That one.
That's our show.
I'll
Not
drink
gonna
to
beat
that.
that.
Beat that. It is. You can see through it. Its flesh is decomposed and raw. Chest cavity. There seems to be a glass mug or not mug, bottle that seems to have liquor of the dead inside. That clearly to be part of this plant that is animating it. That's actually moving it from place to place.
Jeez, it's
Jess,
a pod
I
person.
have a question for you. Is within 15 feet of?
She's supposed to be flying.
She said 15 feet above.
Oh, right
Yeah.
above the grounds to be able to hit the plant.
Yeah.
I want it to kind of be like close enough that it hits, but I don't want to be close to it.
Round, it would take that.
Roll that
radiant
3d8
damage.
again, or yeah, and see if it
It's actually for our purposes. I think it is.
man,
It makes a wisdom saving throw.
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have advantage from
Nasty.
TK421 countered by can't say that name. Thank you both. I appreciate that. It rolls a has a -2 to wisdom. So it rolled an 8.
That does
Yes.
not save. It's also 10. I rolled 10 again. So 10 damage
All right.
to that skeleton dog.
Yeah.
That pod pup.
Pod pup.
Pod pup.
A pod puppy.
Puppy.
All
Like a
right,
little
so immediately
Easter
comes
egg.
out, and you see the
Oof.
the steins again animate and smash into this thing immediately as it comes crawling out of the. It's as if it's moving in a very herky-jerky manner that is not natural to how this thing would have moved when it was alive. It is literally being animated by some process of this thing inside it, pushing it and moving it forward. But as it comes up, it hits this beautiful radiant display of joy and frivolity that Lily has manifested, and it immediately, it doesn't make dog sounds because it can't make them anymore, but you hear a hissing sound as the spores inside it seem to burn with radiant energy. But it is going to attack, and
Yeah.
because it now has entered the fight, and it can make 2 claw attack and a bite attack, and it is going to attack James.
Oh,
'cause it's
boy.
the only thing it can hit.
Yeah, it's getting nasty.
Yeah. It's getting real.
Bum, bum, bum. And that is a 18 to hit on the first.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had advantage from TK421 countered by Lily Dumblebay. My second has advantage from TK421 countered by Snake Master 89.
Okay.
And ooh, that's not good. That's only a 12.
Okay, that misses.
Okay. So the first one does.
I think I can cutting words it again because
I mean,
we'll see
can
how
you
much
use-
it is.
can you
I have
use
to
it
I have
for
to do it
stuff?
if I have to do it. I'm gonna have it let you take it this time and then we'll.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so it does 8 points of damage,
Okay.
of piercing damage,
Ouch.
and also
I have to roll another concentration on flight, which I just beat with a 10.
and 3 points of necrotic damage. Actually, as it bites you, you see like
3
the
points of necrotic,
the
okay.
spores and the plant life inside actually make contact with your skin and sear you, and this horrible death and decay gets on you.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
All right.
So your con save has advantage from Silent D, but countered by Xenomorph Bob.
Okay. Yeah, it's a flat 10 on the con save, so I saved it.
Okay.
Flight is still going, but Lily, yeah, I don't know if it's long for this world.
Okay. I'm only 15 feet above the ground, so
True.
Okay. So
I can't
now
take
we are
another
up-
fall.
we are up
Yeah.
it is actually, yeah. This thing, it doesn't move in a normal fashion. It's just standing here, kind of like shambling, and it moved its jaws at you and clamped them down, and this thing hissed and seared into your skin. So it's gonna stay there.
Okay.
I think ready to attack again. James, your turn.
Am I still grappled?
You are still grappled. You can attempt to break the grapple.
It would take a full action to break the grapple.
It would.
Okay.
Might
You
need
can
to.
Misty Step.
I don't have it at the moment. But that is an interesting idea. Lily is 15 feet above me, or she's technically 10 feet above me.
I think we said that she was 15 feet, right? Just on the edge of her range for the
Okay. Oof.
spirit guardians.
And they're both on either side of me. Dang. Okay, this is
Do
about
it.
to work.
Do
Okay,
it.
this is about to work.
Yes, it is.
I am going to thunderstep myself 60 feet up.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, because
Straight up.
he still has flight cast on
That's
him.
right.
Yeah.
And I haven't used my movement yet.
Awesome.
Okay, so
Are those your wings, Katie?
We're gonna need the
This is
camera
my
to
nervous
zoom
hair.
back.
con save for both the plant and the puppy.
All right.
Oh.
Don't call it a puppy.
Yeah, for real.
Sorry. Yeah, let's
It's
get
a pod
that
puppy.
Let's get that imagery.
So I
out
have
of this.
advantage from TK421 countered by Snake Master 89,
Good.
and then advantage from Grim Fated countered by Snake Master 89.
Good.
So the con save for the dog is an 8.
Fail.
Con save, that's another fail for sure.
Okay.
Con save for the thing is a 4.
23 points of thunder damage to
Oh.
both of them.
Nice.
Oh, all right.
There go both my spell
Yes.
slots. God. Okay.
No, they don't
Worth
come with
it.
you when you teleport,
Oh
right?
no, definitely not.
Ah,
No, it's
okay.
only a willing creature, and if I select to do it,
I
and
see.
so, yeah, I look up at Lily and make eye contact, and just feel like, and
I look at you like I have no idea what your eye contact means.
cover your
but-
ears.
Is
Cover
it
your
only?
ears.
It's only 10. It's only 10 feet. That it affects. That's.
It is
what you said?
within, yes, a creature within 10 feet of the space I left must make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. So, Lily, you see James look at you and nod, and then poof out of existence. And as he does, the whole fabric of the universe just sort of tears for a second, and it makes this awful, incredibly loud cocoon.
I
And
saw that map room. That was amazing.
and now he is reappears way up at the top, and you see the effect of that incredible repercussion as it tears through the face of the dog. It like peels back the remaining flesh that was there, ripping off bone, and the head of the dog is kind of hanging slack as the
Whoa.
spores underneath it evaporated, but the body and arms are still moving. It's just like this head that moves and slacks around. The vine itself also is
They're
is-
making the dog's head do that move.
Yeah.
the vine itself is also similarly affected. It
Wow.
is, it breaks and cracks, and some of it tears off. You see bits of plant life kind of in the air, like spores, dissipating into the rain. By the way, it is raining right now as well.
Okay.
I
All
forgot
right,
to
cool.
mention that because it had started raining as you
Can I-
began digging.
Can I still have my movement. Can I get a wide shot map room, please? Because I would like to. So is the dog incapacitated? Is it toast?
No,
or...
the dog is
okay.
still there. It's just doesn't have much of a face right now.
Good to know.
I'll look at you, James, and be like,
and if possible, I would like to fly kind of back towards the path.
So the
Go map room.
if you're 60 feet up, you're even taller than the
lighthouse.
The lighthouse, I think. Yeah, you'd be up
Ow.
near its top, if not beyond it.
Let's fly to the top of the lighthouse.
And then just
Can I
pepper 'em.
land onto the top of the lighthouse and just stand up there?
I don't see why not. Yeah,
Let's do that.
Okay. You fly.
Bye,
James-
Lily.
James is bleeding.
Yeah, really.
He's taken a lot of damage in a very short amount of time. So he is like nursing some of the bite wounds from the dog though. He's not doing amazingly.
So you have the two of you last episode climbed to the topmost part of the lighthouse and illuminated the beacon there. This enormous what's the word?
Light?
Yes, but it was a brazier.
Brazier, yes.
This huge brazier that is buffeted on all sides by gigantic mirrors. And so, James, as you fly up, you appear 60 feet above the lighthouse, looking down at this horrible sight of the dog and the vine that had been wrapped around you, the disturbed earth and the sort of death and decay seeping out of it. And you look down also at this brilliant white light shining,
Right.
focused out across the water as the night has fallen on this on the sea. Really, it's this huge amount of light being shown out, and as you land on the roof of the lighthouse, you can look down around you and see this huge beam of light that sort of tilts back and forth. It's almost as it's kind of shifting on the brazier. You see the light cascading and rippling off the surface of the sea in the distance with rocks and all of the things that the lighthouse is there to protect ships from. You can see it sort of bouncing off of that as night falls, and you see shimmers of rain going through the light. You know how if you shine a flashlight in the rain, you see the reflections of all the raindrops going. You can see that on a grand scale as the lighthouse shoots this beam of light across the sea.
It's very impressive. But sorry, Lily, get out of there. Come up here, maybe.
Okay. I don't know. Is it my turn?
I think
It is your
that's-
turn if that
yeah,
completes
that's mine.
James's turn. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a bonus action, but nothing really to do there.
Okay, so I'll maintain concentration on my spirit guardians, but I'll fly over to James and say what's up.
Okay. So
Leave.
Lily flies away as the spore sort of continues jostling and moving around hideously, and this corpse dog with no head now is just sort of doesn't really have anything to do. It just kind of like flops on the ground and in a heap of bones and decaying flesh. It is
Wow.
amazing. But it is only a prop for the vine, and it deems it unthreatened at the moment, so it is letting it
Okay.
be.
James, are you okay?
I mean, I'm not great, but I'll be okay for the moment. Yes.
I've also been better, but maybe we can take out that plant from over here.
Yeah, no, I'm more than happy to fire some Eldritch Blast down onto its head from here. Yeah.
It feels like it's the problem.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I haven't had the chance to talk to it or figure out what its past is, but it feels like it's the problem.
Right. I mean, it's not best not to make too many assumptions, but yes, it certainly
Yeah.
seems to be the focus of our issues at the moment. Yes.
Yeah. Well, okay. I mean, I can do some stuff from over here too. but
Okay.
I guess I can keep flying over there.
Listen, if for some reason anything bad happens and I take more damage, there's always a possibility that I can no longer hold concentration on flying, and I don't want you to fall 60 feet to the ground.
Okay.
But yes, so that's why I thought it smart to stay up here for the moment. But but yes, I don't want to.
Do you need me to heal you now? Are you okay?
I wouldn't mind it.
Okay. I guess on my turn, I can maintain concentration on that and cast Cure Wounds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure it's not. So many concentration spells. I have to double
I
check
know.
everything.
I know.
Okay.
I almost
so
thought about guidance to break the grapple, but I was like, nope, that's concentration.
I know it's tricky. Okay. So I will do. I did Spirit Guardians. I'm gonna do Cure Wounds at a level 2 for you.
Thank you.
So it's 2d8 plus 4.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Would you like to roll it?
You can roll it.
Okay, thank you. That's 10. Yeah, 10 healing. Thank you. Yes, much better. Thank you.
Is that
Guys, this looks so rad with you guys standing on the top
I
of
know.
this house.
Yeah.
It looks so awesome.
Jeff, I hate to tell you this, but I'm just gonna want to get in a fight immediately. I'm just gonna pick some random guy, throw him in the mud pit, and start stabbing him.
You were gonna
Hema
do
will
that
spar
anyway.
with you.
I mean, I could be doing that anyway, but now I really want to do it because of the map.
But yes, I mean that's better. I'm not perfect, but that's much better. Thank you.
Okay. Well, maybe I can try Shatter.
Okay.
I
Yes.
don't know. I don't know what plants don't like.
Necrotic maybe rots plants. I'm not sure, but it seems to have some sort of.
This
ability
doesn't
in
seem
that.
like a normal plant where you like water it and it's happy and you don't water it, it's not. Like,
I wouldn't try to poison it. That
Okay.
seems that I don't think that would work. But besides that, I mean,
Yeah.
fire is always yeah.
Okay. I don't have fire. That's Fahima.
Right, I know. I wish you were here.
Me too.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Well, I think it's your turn before it's mine.
Right. Why would you say it like that?
I just need a minute.
Actually, it would, if Lily, if that completes your turn, then it would be the Vine's turn.
Yeah.
What's it gonna
And
do?
you guys are.
It's when you find out that the vine can fly as well.
Yeah.
Right now is when I'm
It
worried.
sprouts little wings. No. No. You guys are sitting on top of this this tower, which we said was less than 60 feet.
Was
up
it like, is
because
it
you
like
flew
40 feet up or what?
Yeah, probably have 40 feet. Yeah, I would guess it's about 4 stories tall.
Okay.
So you see this thing like pulsating and the corpse dying. You guys are kind of having this conversation, and then you see it like expand a little bit, and then it contracts, and out of it is propelled this big giant globule of disgusting looking pus and mucus that goes flying up at you in the air.
Ah,
And it is.
Oh.
what?
If that thing comes in, is it a monster?
No, it's spitting at you.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's like it's spitting a big globule of stuff at you.
Yeah.
Gross.
So I have advantage from Grim Fated, countered by Snake Master 89, and that is a 25 to hit James.
Oh.
And it does.
Yikes.
The target must take a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Con save. You have advantage from Silent D, countered by Xenomorph Bob.
Thank you. Nat 20.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. So you take half damage, but
Thanks for that much.
is- All right, you take half of 12, so you take 6 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, let's see if flight sticks around.
Okay.
Do I
You
have advantage on that?
Advantage from Silent D, countered by Ouroboros 43.
Thank you both.
We need it.
A 14. Holding on to it. It's still sticking around for now. Okay. All right.
That would have been funny if we were just stranded.
I wanted that to happen so bad. I wanted
You
to
have a ladder.
see how you figure out how to get down from that tower. I wanted that to happen so bad.
It's not even a fight anymore. It's just us trying to get off of a tower.
That'd be the perfect place for Civ. I'd love to be up
I know
there.
you'd be great. Except I can't cast sending for you to come help us because I'm out of spell slots
I know.
already.
I know. What are we doing, Jeff? We don't have to switch to us. I'm just curious. What's happening in our timeline right when this is all going down? Is Uggo still in the pit?
This is happening while Uggo was fighting in the pit.
Right.
This
okay.
is what the meanwhile was when all of that was going down. We'll get to you guys. Actually,
No. Please. This is very entertaining. Please.
Thanks, Jared.
Yeah.
I'm thoroughly entertained.
So that would be James's turn.
Ugh.
Oh my gosh, are you all right?
I mean, yes. Hang on,
Okay.
and just 2 Eldritch Blasts right down at the plant. I'm getting annoyed.
Yeah, that's right.
You have advantage from Silent D twice.
Oh, thank you.
Double
On
advantage.
both.
Yeah.
Feed that warlock rage.
Ooh.
Yes.
Nat 20. First
Yes.
Woo! Crit.
Second one is a 22. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So the first one, double damage.
Blast.
7. Only 11 damage on the first
Okay.
one, and on the second one, 9 damage. So 20 force damage total on the plant.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's
good.
really good. So you know this enormous globule of disgusting mucus slams into you. Take it. It gets on you. You feel it sear your skin, splatters on your neck and clothes. You see it kind of burn little holes in the clothes you're wearing. It is obviously this disgusting, deathly mucus.
I don't like this place.
You take that and turn and just fire off a couple of Eldritch Blasts. The purple arcane energies swirl around your hand and explode down, going, kind of illuminating the air as through the rain as it heads all the way up 40 feet in the air from the top of this lighthouse down, and you smack the plant. Arcane energies popping and exploding as this thing burns. You see bits of bulb and flower burn and pop, and you see some of that gas released as one of the bulbs explodes. That same way when you had punctured it with your shovel.
Nice.
But it is definitely hurt. Lily, it is your turn.
Jeff, did you say that dog has that potion in its stomach?
It has the
alcohol.
The alcohol in its stomach, yeah.
But there's probably more of them, we assume.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
you can be
yes.
rest assured that the idea here is that all of this land is.
So hopefully we
graveyard.
won't just keep digging up more of these in our search for more liquor.
Agree. Okay. I am going to. Is it my turn?
It is.
Okay. So we are what? You went 60 feet. We're 60 feet.
We're
away?
about 40 feet.
About 45 feet up.
Okay, great. I am going to shatter this baby.
Okay.
Do it.
I'm gonna try it at level 2 to see how it reacts.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's a con save.
Okay.
15.
It already took thunder damage from the thunder step, and it didn't seem to like that. So.
Okay.
That is a 16 on con.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had advantage from Grim Fated, countered by Angel Devilson.
Still saves. But I do believe you take half damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, so at second level, that is 3d8.
Nice.
Shatter is a 20-foot range.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot square, I think.
10 foot. It's a 10-foot radius. I think it's like a sphere.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
So
10
so-
points of damage then.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, 5 points of damage. Then.
5 points of damage? Oh,
Yep.
because it's saved?
Yeah.
I think that it's going to hit the dog as well. You put it down there, right? So
Yep.
it'll roll the dog's con save. Which is a...
Yeah, 10-foot radius sphere.
Dog rolled at 17.
That
save
saves.
too, right?
So it also takes, 5.
Okay. So, again, thunder damage, just like the thunder step. At this point, so much thunder damage, you see the there's the dog. The dog was kind of laying in a heap because it kind of wasn't being used, but you see it break even more, little more bits of body part come off of it, and the glass bottle inside it shatters, and all of the liquid breaks and seeps into the ground. All right.
Okay.
So
gonna have to find another pod puppy now.
the back to the Vine's turn. It doesn't like being attacked from up there. It's gonna try to
Oh,
spit at you again.
Is there a place, I should have said this on my turn, sorry. Is there a place that we can like hide, like move with on being on
You
top
can
of that
take
tower?
cover. You can take cover.
Yeah,
Is there
you
cover
get-
to be taken?
I mean, you could.
We're
you could
literally
try to
on-
move to a point where the
Right.
range is more difficult to hit, but it can.
Yeah, maybe if it can't see us, if we like step to the other, would that be possible?
You can step to the edge, the opposite edge, and try to. I'll give you, 2/3 cover.
Great.
Yeah, I guess I think
Take it.
I would have shattered and then on with movement attempted to at least not be standing just like right
Yeah.
in its
Same, if you'll allow me. I did not use any of my movement on my turn either. If you'll
All
allow
right,
it.
so you guys
yeah,
are
for
kind
us to
of
step back.
hunkered down and.
Yeah.
just like
stuck
we
in
know
that
it's gonna do
corner.
it again.
Yeah. Right. And it is.
Stop it!
So you get +5 to your AC by being in 2/3 cover.
I'll take it.
And is going to. Oh boy.
No.
It rolled a 19, which means it's 26 to hit.
To who? Which one of us?
To you, James.
That hits.
All right.
Jeff is still using those digital dice that
I
don't roll
know.
below a 9.
I know. The heck?
Can someone please mail Jeff some real dice?
All of mine are
Seriously.
sitting. Literally, all of the dice that I own are sitting in the studio,
Just
waiting
so
to us to come
patiently.
home.
I know.
Waiting for us to come home.
Mine are too. I had to borrow some.
Sorry, spit is.
Do I need to make
you
another
gotta roll
con
that
save?
con save. Yes.
Do I have advantage?
You have advantage from Scully as my homegirl. That is countered by Ouroboros 43.
Thank you
Guys
both.
don't love you nice enough to take them wherever you go.
That's a harsh fail. That's a
No?
4.
That's just me.
No.
All right.
No, me too, Ron. It's okay. You're not alone
Okay,
on that.
okay. I was feeling really
What happened?
singled out there. I was
I
like,
fe-
not everybody else takes their dice home with them wherever they go.
That's 14 points of damage.
Gosh.
Oh wait, oh shoot. I was gonna never mind, I can't do it. I was
And
roll
your
cutting words it.
concentration
but-
save.
Oof. Do I
You
have
have
advantage?
advantage from lightning hits twice, but it was countered by Grim Faded.
Okay. That saves. Still saves. That's a
All right.
17.
Sounds like he's got that digital dice as well.
Ugh.
Katie, by the way, you can announce that way in advance. You can
I know,
say,
I should have
next
said it."
time James gets hit, I'm going to use cutting words, and then you don't have to worry about saying it as he's rolling damage.
Yeah. Next
Uh,
time James gets hit, I'm gonna use cutting.
That's acid. Yeah, that is. I'm seriously burned. Yeah.
Gosh.
I won't be able to take many more of those.
The dog does nothing. It is literally a heap. Although I love seeing it bark and move. It's amazing. But James, it is your turn.
Okay. Is there? Look down on the other side of the tower. Is there? Look, Eldritch Blast has a range of 120 feet. Do I get a sense of the range of that acid spit? Of how much power it has?
Why don't you roll me a nature check and see what you can figure out? You have advantage from Just Jewels. That was countered by Grim Faded.
Thank you, Just Jules and Grim Faded. That's a dirty 20.
Wow.
Wow.
It looks like it's it is. It doesn't look like it has much more ability to get you from than where you are. It looks like it's judging by the arc of this thing, you can see it struggling to propel the amount of gunk that it is shooting at you. You see that it probably isn't able to get much farther than where you are.
Okay. Enough with this thing. 60 feet, flying, directly over top of it. So basically, I'm 100 feet above it.
Okay.
Right, because you were already 40 feet up, so
Correct.
it's another 60.
Now
yeah.
you're just messing with the. map
I'm
room.
so sorry, Amanda. I love you so much.
No, this is what happens when you have the flight spell cast. I mean,
Yep.
it always becomes like this.
Turn it into a superhero. Here we go. And James is bleeding. He is not doing great in the rain, but he is fed up and just raining Eldritch Blast just directly onto this thing's head.
All right, so you
James goes Brightburn.
yeah,
Pretty much.
take 2 steps off the top of this lighthouse and
This might be
leap-
stupid.
leap up into the air, the wind hitting your face and clothes as you fly straight up over the top of this thing. It's so super rad to see it happen.
Amazing.
Now he's out of frame.
Zoom back, zoom back. So
Bye.
you, there we go. Oh, look at that! Superhero
Amazing.
James. Superhero James. And you start raining Eldritch Blasts. You have advantage from Angel Devilson, countered by Grim Fated for the first, advantage from Kaibuk on the second.
Oh. Yeah, okay, so I actually rolled them twice at the same time. They're both going to hit. I have a 13 and a nat 20.
Another nat 20.
Yeah, so dirty 20 and a 27.
Holy moly.
So that's going to be 3d10
Oh my goodness.
for the 2 of them. Hang on.
No way.
Oh, look at that!
The James point of view cam.
That is
Wow.
so rad.
I'm so getting in a fight. I'm
That is
so getting in a
superhero
fight.
if I've ever seen it.
It's insane, guys. Not
This is
great.
insane.
Not great damage rolls. 19 total. 19 damage. 19 force damage total off those 2.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, but I critted on one of them.
I mean, it's only 1 point
That,
less
I
than
mean,
the last time.
you're flying there. The rain is hitting you. You're soaking wet at this point. Your clothes have been seared by this disgusting necrotic goo that it is propelling at you. It's pulsating. I can see. And yet
Not
you start,
for long.
you have it in your sights. You're straight above it, and you're just pelting arcane blasts down upon it. It is taking them, and you see bits of vine get torn off as it hits bits of plant and bulbs exploding, the gas dissipating in the rain. It does not look like it has stopped moving, but it is very badly injured for
Okay.
sure. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Is that complete your turn?
Man,
That's
it's a tough plant.
that completes my turn.
All right, Lily, your turn.
Finish it off, Lily.
Okay.
So awesome.
I know.
So awesome.
So I am going to. If I fly by something with Spirit Guardians, does it take the damage?
It has to be in it at the
has to
start of
be
its
in it at
turn.
At the
First
start of
turn.
its turn, yeah.
Okay.
It's
You
such
can
a great
fly
spell.
over-
It has to have some.
I thought you
weaknesses, I
could.
guess.
I thought you could do that, but I don't know for sure. So I'll look it up later. Anyway, I'm gonna do Shatter again because it didn't seem to like that. I'm gonna do it at a higher level. I'll do Shatter at 4th level because why not?
Crank up the amp on that
Yeah.
flute.
Okay.
Like Marty McFly. at
So
the
once again, shatter that plant.
Shatter that.
So
plant.
Constitution save.
Yep.
Blow it up.
I have advantage from Mountain Geek, but that was countered by Scully as my homegirl. And my con save is... this is on the plant.
I'm gonna get you
It's
plant.
10.
It does not save.
Do
so
it.
It takes 5d8.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Holy moly.
So shadow the dog too.
Big sonic boom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the dog's gonna roll its con save, and it rolled a 3, so that's not gonna happen.
Roll those dice.
Okay. I didn't roll the best, but I rolled okay. Let's see, that is math, so much math. Morgan, you're not here in my house to
I'm
do
so
all
sorry.
this math. 16.
16 points of damage.
Yep.
And with that, the whole ground reverberates. The dog explodes into a pile of unusable, useless parts. The plant also completely tears apart. You see, it's like somebody dropped a head of lettuce into a blender, and it just goes. It's just like bits of plant spread out over everywhere. The whole ground reverberates and shakes in this incredible explosion of sound waves, and it is dead. You clearly have, there's not even much left to it. You just see a hole in the ground that's oozing and seeping with this noxious gas where these bulbs used to be.
Just flies away.
And with that victorious move,
Bye.
we will switch over to our other team.
Wow.
Map room for the moment, and we will switch over to our other team.
That was awesome.
That was
Like,
was so
seriously,
amazing.
round of applause for the map team
Amazing.
and Candle Queen and anybody else who's working on that.
Yes,
Very,
thank
very
you all,
cool.
John. And
Very cool.
yes, that was. We're not going to want to go back to the studio. They're like,
Nope.
Yes, yes.
Jeff's
Yes,
hands
we do.
can't do that.
Yes, we do.
All right, so back
I
to our other
immediately
team.
get in a fight with someone. I just, next person like that just looks at me weird, I stab him. Don't care who it is.
So
Oh,
where we left
gosh.
off with the two of you, or the three of you, but most specifically Fahima and Ugo, you were in this kind of weird backstage area that is adjacent to the mud pit, which is this wild under the dock sort of ad hoc but permanent looking fight club. And there is a sort of a holding area with pens with all kinds of creatures. And Fahima has managed to sneak back there. Ugo scooped up Elri in his arms, the halfling monk that he had bested in combat, and ran through the entrance, the barred sort of pit entrance that he was shuffled through to begin his combat. He escaped through there into the back area with her in his arms. And there's a bit of a hubbub back there, but the real excitement and chaos is happening where you just escaped from, because everybody is cheering and Whitebeard is soaking in the victory of one of his men, one of his sellswords in the pit. And there's a lot of excitement and cheering and people collecting on bets and yelling and shouting. And you can hear all of that through the very thin partition that separates that area of the mud pit from this area. And Ugo, you just went to Fahima and said, "Are you mad at me?" And she said, "We'll talk about this later." And you said, I guess you're mad at me.
I guess you are mad at me.
So that's what you see. Fahima, you spotted the Bulette. It is in one of the pens. It seems to be very badly injured, and there's a lot of other stuff going on with people and creatures all sort of mashed together in this crazy place.
Yeah, well, I mean, unfortunately, wizards don't have any healing, so Fahima's doing her best to, I don't know, maybe conjure different things that could try to help this creature. Maybe I could conjure like a big bandage to at least stop some of the bleeding on this creature, and just do the best that I can do to ease its pain.
Fahima conjures a giant Flintstones Band-Aid. You conjure a big wrap, and what you had seen in the fight with the Bulette and the Spitter was that it seems like it had been wounded in a number of places, but the most egregious wound is on its back, where its shell had literally been burned through with this thing, using its acid attack on the back. So there's this gaping hole where you can see the innards, the fleshy, vulnerable bits of the inside of this creature exposed to the open air. So that would be a pretty good place to put something like a bandage.
Yeah, so I'll do that.
Can I have some of that for the halfling that I beat up?
I've conjured this bandage, so I'll try to rip off a piece to see what happens. I think it'll just disappear.
Yes, it'll disappear. That's right. Yeah.
No! Reconjure it. I can only do one at a time, unfortunately.
Okay, that's fine. I'll wake her up with slaps.
This is why we need a lily.
Jeff, he's just gonna excuse me, miss, ma'am.
And you rouse her to wakefulness. She is this stocky, built, muscle-bound woman with her hair tied back in a tight bun, but she has been very badly brutalized by you. I mean, you clocked her with your maul several times. She's in bad shape, but she kind of opens an eye that's sort of swollen and looks up at you.
You fight very good. I am sorry that I hurt you so bad, but I saved your life now.
Why didn't you kill me?
Because it is wrong. Do you want me to kill you now?
No. Ow, ow,
It can't.
hurts to laugh.
A flame must be fed to burn bright. I believe that you have a much brighter future ahead of you.
Put me down.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I put her down.
She looks around at the other people there, many of them halflings, some of them other creatures, many of them humanoids, gladiators getting ready to fight. Lots of creatures, of course, as well, but some of the people who organized the event are back there, clearly some regulars, and she looks at them very embarrassed to have been held by you and carted back here by you. She looks, and she very painfully kind of stands herself straight up and tries to hold herself together. As you can tell, it is every ounce of her strength to just even stand there and not collapse.
You are very strong.
Someday, I will request a rematch.
I look
Ugo,
forward to, yeah.
perhaps we should find Civ and a medic.
Are you hurt?
No, for her.
I will tend to my own wounds.
I look forward to the day we rematch. I am Ugo Ragefist. Find me.
I am
I will give you your chance to earn your honor back.
I am Elry Chinbreaker, and you will be my prey someday.
I look forward to it.
Off in clear pain, drips of blood trailing behind her.
May the Candle Queen illuminate your path.
She looks back at you and keeps walking.
Do I see that, Jeff?
Well, it depends. You had been out still in the observation area.
Yeah, I'm just saying, is it obvious that the halfling is walking away from the fight?
No. Ugo picked her up and fled the area that all the audience can see, and is like in a backstage area, in the sort of holding area.
Right, but you said she was walking away from that. I'm saying, do I see her walk out of that area?
No, you wouldn't see. There wouldn't be she wouldn't walk back into the place where all the crowd is. She just sort of going further into the backstage area where.
Gotcha. I didn't know if she had to walk back through the audience to get out, because you said there was only one way in and one way out underneath the.
There's only one way in and one way out for the audience. You can think of it like, the
theater.
The theater is a great example. I was going to say the movie Gladiator, or in gladiatorial times there was the pits where the slaves were brought in, and that had its own sort of awful back entrance. But there,
the vomitorium, I believe they were called.
Bombs. Yeah.
So sure. I mean, this is really where the sausage is made, so to speak. This is really the place where things are paired up. This is the grimy underbelly of something that is already grimy and has an underbelly. You know what I mean?
Ugo looks at him and says, "What's the plan, boss?"
Let's find Civ.
Civ!
Oh, it's really loud in here. I think we're going to have to go find him.
Oh, okay.
I'm sitting next to Choran. I never went anywhere. Running around doing all this stuff.
Are we taking
we
that
don't
with
know
us?
that. The fight's, who knows?
Are we taking this thing with us?
Ugo, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're pretty injured too, right?
I'm almost half health. I have a little bit above half health.
So yeah,
we've seen worse.
Yeah, I've seen much worse.
Or Ugo, the barbarian. So you are not, you're not unaccustomed to this kind of punishment, but it also has had some effect on you. It is not an insignificant amount.
I guess it'd be more like Civ! Oh, Civ! Oh, my liver. I don't know which one.
Something in here.
So I'll start to lead the way out back to the crowd.
Are you taking the thing? Are you taking the bullet with you?
No, I don't think that would be. That doesn't seem. I don't think
we could take it if you want
to
to take it. You want to take it? Let's take it.
How big is it, Jeff? Could we carry it?
You know, it's the size of
Oh, okay.
yeah, you could carry it. Yes,
Okay, I was
definitely.
imagining
It's the size
something
of
like
a like a pig. Like a
I was
potbelly
imagining a
pig.
baby elephant, so that's why I was like,
Oh.
no, I don't think we
I mean,
can.
I could carry a baby elephant. It's possible. I can do that.
Yes, and I'll try to find its little habitat or whatever they brought it in.
There's
with,
also
or
a
leash.
baby elephant back here.
What?
The
So,
next
yeah.
fight is baby elephant versus baby giraffe.
Actually,
Oh God, you
Romans,
monster!
the Romans did use elephants in a lot of their
Yes,
fights.
they did.
Tigers, lions, whatever they could get.
Oh my.
Anyway, I'm just kidding. So, sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead, Jessica. What were you saying?
Just gathering either its habitat or its leash or whatever it was brought in on. And,
It would be a cage. Yeah, there was
okay.
a very large cage that.
Is it on wheels or something?
I think that was probably manhandled in by a number of the sailors from Whitebeard's crew. So it would be something that Uggo would be able to carry. You might have a difficult time doing it solo, but the two of you could easily do it together.
Okay. Would you mind carrying it?
No, not at all.
You're hurt, so okay.
No, I'll carry it.
Okay.
I might be hurt, but you're mad at me, so I won't.
I'll go. I'm not mad at you. Okay.
It doesn't sound like you're not mad at me, though.
Listen, all right? I'm not mad. I feel powerless. Okay.
Why? You are
I
so
don't-
powerful.
I don't have power about what goes on here. This
Light
dog.
the thing on fire if you want power. Just
What?
light it up. If you are so worried, let's just make it all go away.
Uggo, can you let me talk, please? That's not how things work here. This is essentially a dog fighting pit for creatures and humanoids alike.
But
And
they're
I can't save them. I can't set them free. I have all of these spells in my spell book and I can't even heal them. I feel completely powerless and helpless. And the only power I had over this situation is what was given to me when you said to me, Uggo, Fahima, we are following you. You said that.
Yeah.
You and Civ had both expressed you didn't think that you possessed the warranted self-control for the situation. And I was put in charge to make a decision. And I know I struggle with finding the right words to say at the right time. I know I do. And when Whitebeard asked us who was going to fight, I faltered for a moment trying to think of how to talk our way out of it.
We
and
were
when I
going to
did-
fight no matter what.
No.
That's what I thought you were. We were
I was
keeping
put in
Civ from
charge,
fighting.
Uggo. I was put in charge, and you jumped in and you volunteered yourself. And in doing so, I lost any power that I had over my situation. And now I am not only a witness to the abuse of beasts, but I am now to be a witness of my friend being sent into an arena to get beat up, where I can't even help you, all to appease an abhorrent man.
Fahima, Civ begged me not to let him fight. If we did not fight, Whitebeard would force Civ to. So I take offense that you think that I did not do what you wanted. I take offense that you did not come with me
Civ,
and fight yourself, so that Civ did not have to, so that Civ does not fall further.
You're missing the point, Uggo.
And you are also missing point that I am giving. I care for you. I want you to, if you want to free these people, the only person who is saying they cannot do anything is you.
All right. I've expressed myself to you. I feel powerless, and all you're doing is fighting back at me.
Because you should
can't
fight
do
if
this,
you want
Uggo.
to fight. If you want to fight, then fight.
We said that we were going to try and talk our way out of it, and I was put in charge by you and by Civ, literally.
I don't remember saying that
You
were going
did.
to talk ourselves out.
You did.
I said I was going to keep Civ from fighting. Those are not the same. Whitebeard
Why
is not
can't
going
you just let me make decisions for myself once in a while?
I always do. I never made you do one thing. Ever. I do not take your freedom from you. And it hurts me that you suggest so.
You couldn't have just let me have some power here to
Huh?
try to save you both. But you know what? Maybe it's all for the best, right? Because I probably couldn't have talked our way out of it anyway, because stupid Fahima can't
Not
say anything
Fahima.
right.
Whitebeard, not Fahima. Whitebeard. You think he is going to let us be cowardly and not fight for his favorite thing? You think that was going to happen? You do not think he would force us to?
How many times have you witnessed our good friend Lily Dumblestuck talk her way out of the most insane situations? I believe it is possible, Uggo, and I just wanted a chance. That's all I'm saying. All right, and I feel vulnerable telling this to you, but I love you and I trust you, and I just wanted to get it off my chest, okay? That's all. You did what you felt was right, and you did an amazing job. I'm so glad you're okay, all
I
right?
saved a woman.
I know, you did the right thing.
I was trying.
I'm getting fired up because I just want some power.
You have power. I wish you could see that. I keep trying to tell you. You are the most powerful here. I fear you the most. Civ I can take. James I could take. Lily I would never have to fight. You, I could not take. You do not see the strength in yourself. And that breaks my heart. You are smart. You make good decisions. I may not understand them, but that is Uggo failure, not Fahima. I am very hurt that you think I take your freedom from you. I will do my best to not do that, even though I already thought I did not know that. Fahima, I love you. I want you to grow and see the world as I see it. It is hard, it is horrible, but at the end, there is something bright. You, of all people, should know the brightness. It's literally inside of you. You are like Candle Queen made manifest. I can pray to Candle Queen. I can see you.
Well, now I'm starting to get embarrassed.
Oh, don't be embarrassed, please. If you can help it. You have passion. Like Uggo, we have this in common. It is okay to speak like Uggo. Uggo's sometimes been told by others that it is not okay, but I do not believe them. You have to say what you feel, even if it is wrong. How are you going to learn if it is wrong if you do not say?
All right. Next
I'm
time
sorry
I'll
I
try
upset
to
you.
find my power, and
I will support it.
I'll try to
anytime.
and I'll try to support you by joining, instead of just standing by the sidelines being upset.
I look forward to the times that I can throw your fire spells into places.
All right, and I'll give him a little punch on the shoulder. Let's find
Oh.
our friend.
That really
Oh,
hurts.
stop it! Don't stop it.
But no, really, that really hurt though. 'Cause she beat
Really?
me up
I'm
a
sorry.
lot. Yeah,
I'm
she
sorry.
had like
I'm sorry.
fist made of rock.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
As you guys walk out back into the main viewing area, this second floor viewing level that looks down into the mud pit, you walk up a set of stairs and you walk through this partition and you head out, and walking towards you is the huge form of Whitebeard, his eyes beaming and walking broadly, strutting his stuff, and he goes, "Oh, there you are." And he slaps Uggo on the back, his big mitt on your big shoulder, and he goes, "Well done, Orc. I made a lot of money because of that. Well done indeed. Yeah, keep going like this, and you'll be my #1 guy."
Oh, no.
Somehow I think I am going to be very important in your life in the future.
Yeah, well,
Are there arrangements made to patch up this creature?
oh, are you talking about the
The bullet?
previous win? Yes. Well, I'm sure the boys will do their best, or sell them off for parts, whichever is the most lucrative. But we have one more stop to make, and I'm very glad we'll get to do it with you, my big green friend.
Mom, is there time for maybe to wrap up these wounds a little?
Yeah, I think I owe you a drink. I can certainly afford it now. And you see Loudmouth trailing behind him a bit, finally gets up to you, and he says, you told me, if you ever get inside the ring, that I should bet everything on you, and guess what? I did. I did. I followed your advice. I'm a listener. You know, that's what they say about what Loudmouth is saying. He's a good listener. You know, he knows the time to listen and to act on what he hears. And so I did. I heard what you said, and I bet big on the orc. And guess what I did? I won. So thank you. I owe you a drink too, and well done, all of you. Well done. We're making quite a name for ourselves in the short time we've been back in Boston. He giggles and keeps walking.
Is Whitebeard still around when he's like when Loudmouth came by?
Yeah, they're sort of like you know milling about, and he's Whitebeard going to procure drinks for you. He's on top of the world. This is like the best day of Whitebeard's life. You know, he won a tavern brawl in the early afternoon, came at night and won big and 2 big bets that he had and we got to watch fights. And one of the people that won was a guy that he feels like he owns. You know, that's
right.
pretty good day for the old Whitebeard.
Yeah, if Whitebeard was nearby, Uggo just had said something to him. But if he's walking around and getting drinks and celebrating himself,
you can say it if you'd like to.
Well, yeah, Whitebeard, Loudmouth says a lot of words and doesn't say much at all.
Yeah, I know.
I keep trying to tell him that's gonna make it he lose his tongue because you said that, and that makes sense. But he doesn't listen so good.
Yeah, one of these days I'll get to my last nerve, and then he'll learn to be quiet one way or another.
I mean, you're literally informing him out loud that that's going to happen. And so I don't know how to...
You think you pay attention.
He keeps saying he is, I know.
All right, Civ, what are you doing, buddy?
I'm just sitting with Choron.
You're there in the area, right? The vicinity of us?
Not unless Whitebeard instructed us to follow.
I mean, I think the implication would be that Choron doesn't stray too far away from. But I mean, he also has been trusting you.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to care. Like he's just totally willing to just wander around and do whatever he wants. So, and thus far, it's worked out well for him. So why should he change his game plan?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just sitting next to Choron. You probably see me there looking around, wondering what's going on with the two of you.
Hi, Zev. Good fight, huh?
Well done.
Yeah. That halfling has hammer hands.
Yes, she looks like she's well trained.
Yeah, her fist was as hard as my maul. That was weird.
Did you kill her?
Yes.
That's probably the biggest smile that Uggo's ever gotten from Sid.
Yes, I did. Yes.
Why are you Stingus?
Because there's pirates around.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I killed her a lot.
You're a bloodthirsty orc.
Yeah, you're horrible.
Everyone should be totally afeared of you. I know I am.
Yeah.
I'm looking over at I'm gonna look over at Choron. What's he doing in reaction to all of this?
He is soaking it all in. He's very sullen and a little despondent after the interaction that he had with you, where you attempted to set him free. He's still nursing a bit of a injury in his gut, in his side, and he doesn't want to be here. He's clearly consumed with worry about the next step of this rescue mission and trying to get into the castle. He's kind of got a vacant, empty look to him.
So what are their names?
I don't know if I should tell you that. I don't trust you.
What do you have to lose, my friend?
You will kill me, take them, kill them, and collect the bounty.
Do you know how hostage taking works? If you endear yourself
from the inside.
If you endear yourself to the people that have you, the chance of them killing you goes down. So what are their names?
My son is Chomel, and my wife is Baojai.
Baojai?
I hear you speak either of their names to Whitebeard or any of the others. I swear to you. I swear to you, I will find a way to make you regret it.
All right. If you tell me if Baojai is from the Shazan Gao, I swear I won't tell anyone anything.
I've said enough to you.
Her name certainly sounds like Shazan Gao. I wonder, is she a Triton?
I think your friends are leaving.
Interesting.
I smile and I stand up and I'll grab, not forcefully, I'll just grab his arms that are bound by the shackles and just kind of help him up. Well, then I guess we're leaving too.
Mihima,
Yes.
I just realized that I don't have the auctionary.
What?
I don't have the auctionary.
What do you mean? You lost it?
No, it's not here.
Did you put your thing? Oh, like in this timeline, perhaps?
Oh, yeah, it's back with... Oh, that's right. I'm not...
Right.
I don't look like... right.
I would, I'd love it if we could, go over the auctionary together when we get back.
Yeah, I would like that.
I would just like to see what you've learned. And I'm always so impressed by the words you already know that I would have thought you'd put in the auctionary. So.
Yeah, it's weird. My mommy said a lot of words to me when I was in the cage, and I pay attention to her because she said a lot of very wise things. I didn't always understand the words she was using, but I could figure out the context. That's a big one.
Right. That's how you learn.
Yeah, that's what she told me. It's like, oh, you can do contextual things well. That's hard to say with Tusk.
Seems like it.
Textual.
To get textual. I'm trying to imagine it. It's hard.
Textual. Yeah.
Whitebeard returns about that time with a big mug of mead. It's not particularly good stuff, but he slams one into each of your hands, walks over, slams one into Civ's hand, and gives one to Loudmouth as well. And he says, "You all drink on me tonight. Yeah, we got one more stop. I feel like it's gonna be nice to bring you with me to this one. Loudmouth, you take the prisoner back to the ship. We'll bed down after one more stop. Come with me, Orc."
Yes.
Are we all
sir.
going? Are we all going on this stop?
Loudmouth says, I guess I'll see you all later. I got to head up the business that Whitebeard wants because I'm his number one guy right now. It's a position I'd like to maintain if that's all right with all of you. And it's something that I take a lot of pride in, and it's something that I cherish. So I'm just gonna do as he asks, and maybe perhaps anybody wants to join me, you can back at the Whitebeard's
Loudmouth. Do me a favor. Tell me where Whitebeard is taking my orc friend.
Well, I think he's got a bit of a collection to do. I think
Yes.
somebody owes him some money,
And he needs some muscle.
I think he likes a big, scary orc who can do well in a fight.
Yes, it makes perfect sense.
It's not something he takes old Loudmouth to do so much anymore. But it's all right. I got duties of my own back at Whitebeard's Itch. Very vital things that will need to be done for us to be successful in the next step of our journey.
Right. We shouldn't split the party any more than we have. We should go with him.
You mean
Talking
go
to
with
Civ?
Whitebeard?
Yes.
Yes.
That was implied, right? That we're all going, or no?
I don't
Whitebeard
think...
wants Uggo to come. That's
Yes, I
what
don't think he
said.
cares whether
Oh,
we
okay.
come or whether we go with Loudmouth, but I think we should go with Uggo.
Yes.
I wonder how James and Lily are doing right now.
I'm sure they're fine.
And you guys see, even on the edge of the dock, you kind of can see out to the edge of the water. The dock that you're underneath extends all the way out to the water, far beyond where this makeshift fighting ring is set up. And you can see the rain start pelting the ground and start coming down a little harder. And somewhere else in the rain, the duo of James and Lily have vanquished a very horrible plant. And where we left you guys, you were standing on top of, or at least Lily was standing on top of the lighthouse.
Right.
Its light beaming into the darkness. And James...
I'm sure they used all of their wit and charm and didn't get into any sort of fight whatsoever. They're not violent like Ugo and I.
James is. Kill the guy.
I was making a joke, Ugo.
All right, so we'll switch back over. We'll switch back over and find out what you guys would do next. You are victorious in your fight. The plant is dead, and Lily, you're still standing on top of the lighthouse, having just seen James fly out high above the ground and just start raining arcane blasts down on the creature, and then you shattered it. It was certainly a group effort.
James.
Yes.
Are you okay?
Not great, to be honest.
Okay.
Let's get down from there. Come on. This flying only lasts 10 minutes. I don't want you to be stuck up there.
I was just gonna say, maybe we have a little bit more time. Maybe we should fly down and get the potion and not touch the ground.
If possible, yeah. I could maybe use Digit if we could see them.
I could use Ferdinand.
Oh yes, Ferdinand. I hadn't thought of him in quite some time.
Mm-hmm. He's pretty quiet.
Yes, by nature.
And invisible.
Yes.
He's a wallflower.
He's an introvert, yes, very much so. I can relate.
We balance each other out.
Quite. Come on.
Okay, so I guess what I'd like to do, and then I'll heal you as soon as we just get out of this area.
Thank you.
Is if we can hover above the ground to get the potion.
Yeah. Are there any more visible?
The problem is that you are going to have to dig again. Okay. They are literally, these things are stuffed into the bodies of dead things, and then the dead things are buried in the ground. So you had uncovered this plant, and then a dead thing, it animated a dead thing that had one of them in it to attack you. Right. But then that thing broke in the attack, so you have zero.
If these things sort of have a complicated root system, maybe it's best if we dig closest to the one we just killed.
Yes.
Because then we sort of run less risk of overlapping with, if there's another one, God forbid.
Okay, well, come here. Let me cure some of those.
That would be great. Thank you.
I have a quick question for our side. Was there enough time to get a short rest?
For you or for them?
For me. With the drinking and the sitting around and.
Sure. I'll say that you guys had to drink. He shoved the drinks in your hand and kind of wanted to get going pretty quick, but I'll say that you guys, it takes an hour to sort of get things situated, have Whitebeard get paid out and all that stuff. So yeah. You can take that.
Okay, James.
I mean, he also is using him as an enforcer, so if he's already beat up, then it's not quite as scary.
Good point. You probably encourage.
Takes an hour and does push-ups till he feels better.
The Ugo way.
Yep.
Yes,
okay.
Lily.
You heal 17 points.
Thank you very much.
Is that better? Or you need more?
I mean, I'm above half now, which is good.
Okay.
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah. I'm no longer bleeding from the nose and other places.
Can I ask you a question?
Please.
How does my face look?
A little singed.
I got hit pretty hard, like a cross.
Right. Not. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
We have to work on your reactions when I ask you that.
That's right. You look beautiful. In fact, this rain is doing wonders for your hair. It looks great.
Thank you. Okay.
Sorry. I'm not used to that. Anyway.
No, it's okay.
You're amazing. Are you kidding me? You're fantastic.
No, thank you. That's not really what was in question. Thank you so much.
So painting, but you look great.
Right. For a woman who's been in a bar fight and also smacked hard across the face by some sort of evil plant,
Mhm.
you look astoundingly beautiful.
Okay, you buried the lead on that one a little
I'm
bit.
so sorry. I will get better at this.
Okay. No, it's okay. I wasn't actually fishing for compliments. I was like legitimately medically asking how my face looked.
Your nose is a little bent in a direction that it isn't normally. So maybe just a cure wounds and a pop.
I don't know if I can cure wounds on myself.
I think you can.
Mm-hmm.
You can.
Oh, okay. I'll do it.
Go ahead.
Just a little one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Something like that.
Okay. I only get 6 points of healing,
Okay.
but that's about right for resetting your nose.
About how much HP is in the bridge of your nose. About 60.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's all cartilage HP, right?
Yeah, that's right. Cartilage HP.
So I grab a shovel and I kind of like make my way around the dead vines of this thing and kind of.
All right, so you are both feet firmly planted on the ground, is that right?
Yeah, for the moment.
You are attempting to try to dig in a way that is as close to the. Why don't you roll me nature checks, and we'll see how well you guys can sort of determine
Okay.
what the makeup of this thing is. James, you have advantage from Fallstar.
Thanks,
And Lily,
Fallstar.
You have advantage from Lily Dumblebay, countered by Grim Fated.
Ooh, and no. So for nature, I got
a 19.
Okay.
dirty 20.
All right, so the both of you are able to, you look down there's a hole in the ground where the, your shatter went off and Eldritch Blast pummeled the dirt there. So, you're able to dig in and around that, and you're looking at the makeup of these roots that run deep. They're thick and they're really disgusting looking. They're gray and black and kind of purplish. It looks like something that would be in and around dead and decaying things. But you're able to trace the sort of the outline as you it's more like excavating something really than digging, and you're finding the way that the roots are. And then at a certain point you get to very nearby where the dead plant was, what is clearly another body, another creature buried there, very, very close to the vine.
Who would have even had the idea to do this? I just, oh god. Okay. Yeah, and
Sorry, sir.
shovel into the chest cavity, I assume.
Yeah,
Don't break it. Don't break it.
Yes.
you press on this flesh that is. There's no box. There's no casket. There's nothing separating it from the open soil. Mm-hmm. And so there's worms and maggots, and it is all bits of flesh. It is not a humanoid. It is another creature of some kind. It's hard to make out with the amount of decay here, but you kind of pop through the first layer and pull open the chest cavity, and it looks like there was once a glass container here, but it looks like it was maybe the vibrations of shatter destroyed it, and there is sticky remnants of some liquid that had been in it, but it has been broken from either shatter or the
we get it.
Thunder
It's shatter.
Shatter with Thunderstep. No,
It's all your fault, Lily.
It was both our fault.
Okay.
Both our fault.
Well, maybe we should keep
Keep digging. Yes.
Give me another nature check. I want to thank some of the people that have been giving us love all this time. It's been too long since I checked in on that. Lily Dumblestuck fan, Ouroboros 43, Lazy Pixie, Bo Dizzy, King Daddy 99, Pit Roller, Joral's Fluffy Pants.
Nice. Do I have advantage? Do I have
appreciate
advantage on this nature check?
You do indeed. From Scully is my homegirl.
Thanks, Scully.
Girls,
Needed that one.
fluffy
You have
jelly.
advantage from Marsha Potamus. I do that every time. Marsha Potamus, countered by Grim Faded.
21.
All right.
I got 17.
Okay,
Nice.
both of you are getting to be very good at this process. It is laborious, made all the more unpleasant by the fact that rain is pelting down on you. So it's become a slog through the mud. You are sloshing mud around. You are both pretty wet and soggy. And the birds have dissipated because the rain has started to go so heavily now. And you know, your feet are sinking a little bit into the mud, but you're able to still find where roots are connected, and you find some that look much more alive than the ones that you had seen, so you're kind of getting farther away from that area where the dead thing is, but you're very careful to not disturb it and not puncture any of those bulbs that you had done previously. Again, you're getting more experienced about this. You're kind of sloshing mud away, and
it's
you
like
get
a game
to
of Operation.
Oh God.
the opposite of Operation.
Yeah, right.
With
a shovel.
Yeah, you do come to what is clearly another awful, gruesome burial ground, and it is some other crazy, weird thing that's decomposing. Again, you see bits of maggots and you know, stuff around the
Lily,
corpse
give me
itself.
something pleasant to think about. Could you just maybe we can think about something else while we're doing this.
Sure. Well, I like to think about all the times we have we're not in fights. We're not in battle.
Yes.
On the ocean. I was happy to have you come to my town bingo. You hit it off real well there. They loved you.
Yes. Yes, we need to go back there soon. And I'm, you know, if you're still alive in this world, in this timeline, I guess, you know, I mean, but your family definitely is, and Grammy's going strong, I'm sure. So.
Hopefully.
The smell is something that is not easily ignorable, but yeah, you're both trying to take your mind off of this really gruesome activity. But you, what?
Yeah. So I just whispered, use a handkerchief.
You puncture again another bloated corpse, and as it pops, there's a aroma that comes up and out, and you look down from the source of that aroma, and there, sitting in the cavity that you've just exposed, is a pretty significant sized, like, gallon jug of what looks like the darkest, thickest, most oily substance. And it looks a lot like the substance that you had seen, that you had smelled just the tiniest bit of in the topmost part of the lighthouse.
I have smaller hands, so I guess I'll go in.
Good idea. Be careful.
All right.
Oh, God.
Lily reaches down, and you feel like this squish as your hands rest in. There's a white worm that crawls over the back of your knuckle, and you reach down. Hello.
Don't throw up. Okay, good.
Hello.
Is it you I'm looking for?
And you pull this thing out. It's heavy. It's heavier than it probably should be for just a gallon of liquor, but you know that's not a light thing either. You pull it up, and it kind of doesn't want to come out. It's sitting there inside, just like wedged in between, you know, organs and guts, and you pull it, and it kind of pops out a little bit, and you see bits of offal kind of drip off and hang off of it, and it doesn't even seem clear as to why this glass container should be in this awful place until you see that the cork itself is uncorked, and you smell it. The cork is there for you to put back in place, but it seems like all of this stuff is sort of seeping in and out of substance itself.
I'm just
Oh my God! Oh my Lord! Oh dear!
Cork that up.
All right, so you cork this gallon jug that seems to be filled pretty high to the brim with this stuff, and as you pick it up and hoist it, you can move it a little bit, and it moves almost like oil or tar. It's thick and viscous, and there's bubbles in it, and it's unpleasant in every respect.
Is that...
James?
Yes.
I've never been less excited and excited at the same time.
Right? Yes.
Like, we get to get out of here and we got what we came for, but also this is awful, and we eventually have to drink this.
I can't. Let's not think about it for the moment. Come on, let's get.
Okay.
Does this look like enough?
This? I hope so.
Okay.
He said not more than a pint a person would be too much. And
gallon, yes. 4 pints to a gallon. Yeah, we'll be fine.
And if I'm going to be quite honest, I might die before I eat
right.
much of this.
Yes, okay, we'll be fine. Yes. 4 quarts to a gallon, 2 pints to Yes, we'll be fine. Go. Measurements.
I'll take the worm off and put it down.
Sorry. Yeah, we're good. Let's go.
You calculated it? Do we need to check back in with that guy?
I think he probably wouldn't be very pleased to what we just did to his kingdom.
Oh, his garden? Yeah.
Quite. What? Why? Who? What?
I don't know. James, you tell me something pleasant now.
Okay. Let's see.
Hurry!
Oh gosh. In the springtime at the university, at night. Yes. It's quite nice. There's apple trees. Outside, and let's keep walking.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So the two of you make your way carrying this, trying to take your mind off of the
James is struggling.
I can't even smell. I just gross apples. No, they're fine.
This worm was in that apple?
So you're hoisting this sludge back with you, trudging through the rain, and you get to the 10 feet up where the bridge was, and you look up the 10 feet and realize that's the situation that you're looking at. There is a way you could walk out and around and up the side, but
it's just a 10-foot lift.
Yep.
Well, I'm out of spell slots. Is 10 minutes past? Is flying still going?
Certainly the digging would have taken more than 10 minutes. Yes.
Probably, yes, that's true. Well, here, Lily, I could give you a boost.
Okay.
And then, and you could get the bottle up.
I guess I could probably just reach the edge if I'm on your shoulders, right?
How
tall
yes.
are you?
I'm around 6 feet tall. Yes, yeah.
Okay, so if we put the bottle down, I'm 3'3", and if you hold my feet,
right,
I'm like a gymnast.
Actually, I have a terrific idea.
Okay, great.
Can you wait 11 minutes?
I mean, at this point, yeah.
Okay, good. All right, maybe get yourself some cover, and I am going to ritual cast Phantom Steed.
Amazing.
Yeah!
Amazing.
We've had a rough day.
You deserve it.
For a treat, you know? And I'm going to try and, in the rain as best I can, sit back with my arcane focus and conjure my beautiful blue flaming steed.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I'll organize the area around us.
All right. So James sits down and prepares himself, and it's a pretty awesome sight to see James sit down and center himself and look up and close his eyes as the rain pelts him, just showering all around. And as his arcane energy starts to vibrate and he starts muttering under his breath, some of the rain, it seems to not even hit him. It's like the rain itself is sort of dodging the energy all around him. And he sits cross-legged, and Lily, you're familiar with the fact that he's not going to see you and not going to be, you're not going to be able to communicate to him. And minutes start to pass, and you start sort of trying to, get yourself out of the rain. And one of the seagulls comes and lands near you and kind of waddles up. And it looks like it was the seagull that you actually had talked to before. Oh. And it comes up, the one that had said, "Bread!" It walks up to you, and it looks at the jug you're carrying, and it looks up at you, and it goes, "Dead! Dead!"
This will make me dead.
And it stares at the thing and stares at you and starts flapping its wings and moving its head back and forth, and a couple of feathers come off, and it goes, "Dead! Dead! Dead!" And it flies off, flutters away.
It's very distracting, Lily. What's going on?
Sorry. That's not me.
No. Okay. No. All right. Sorry.
Sorry.
And as James continues and gets back into his trance, in the raindrops, in the mud around you, underneath this slight overhang where the collapsed stone bridge was, you see smoke start to appear around James. It starts forming the outline of hooves and then legs, and spirals up into the undercarriage and torso of a steed, of a stallion, and it is just tracing the outline in smoke inside this downpour of water as the smoke swirls and curls, and you see it form the tail and the top of the horse, and then it comes around and it forms the eyes first, and they smolder with bluish energy, and then the snout and the mane and the back, and then it is this complete smoky outline of this amazing looking horse, and then the feet catch fire with this blue flame, and the eyes catch fire, and the mane catches fire, and this blue flame starts shimmering in the downpour, and the horse looks at you, James, and bows its head as it had done once before, the last time that you summoned it.
Hello again. Lily, would you like to get on first?
Yeah, I had a weird interaction with the seagull just now.
Oh? Everything all right?
Well, it looked at this stuff and it said dead over and over again.
Huh.
So not great.
No. Oof, gosh. All
It
right.
didn't say anything else. I asked if it was gonna, seagulls have like very, very small brains.
Very limited vocabulary. Also, come on,
Yes.
let's go.
Okay.
And I'll hoist you up onto the back of the steed.
I mean, the theory is that it'll only say things that rhyme with bread, and maybe it's fine.
Huh. Maybe. Very interesting. A naturally rhyming creature.
Maybe. I don't know.
Fascinating. Yes, maybe.
We should still take much caution when imbibing
agreed.
in whatever this is that I'm holding.
So yeah, I'll get us both up onto the back of the horse and with the bottle. And it can probably make the 10-foot leap, or we could just gallop around.
That is up to you.
Let's make the jump.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you have stats for the horse in front of you?
It has the stats of
acrobatics check, real quick for funsies.
Sure, give me one moment.
A 10-foot jump with a horse?
It's gonna be fine. Watch. I mean, I say that now, but
I'm like,
yes.
how tall are hurdles?
Well, I mean, if we give it a good run,
vertical leap for 10 feet is going to be impressive for sure.
Oh, then yeah. If it doesn't look like it's going to make it, we'll run around.
I mean, that's one story up.
Yeah, it's got a speed of 100 feet. So I will in the rain we will take off. Okay. And go the long way around, I guess.
So you
I'm trying to hold on to James with this bottle in between us.
Yeah. And James, it feels like oddly warm on your back, and you feel that too, Lily, of course, on your front, the glass bottle with this horrible stuff in it as it jostles.
James, the warm is not me.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I didn't want you to think I peed my pants or something.
Oh, no, I didn't. You're fine.
Okay. Well, just making sure.
James, you grab onto the back of this thing. You are not an experienced rider, but somehow your connection with this conjured beast makes it respond to your very whim, and anything that you think, the direction that you think it should go, it immediately does it, and with alacrity and skill. And Lily, you are on the back of this thing and you're moving like shot out of a cannon. The thing gallops along the beach side, goes up around and up onto the stone bridge, the other end of the stone bridge, and heads back in toward Boster, the rain pelting you as you go. And as you guys enter the town of Boster, that's where we're going to take our intermission.
Can I ask one quick question? Could we have seen Whitebeard's ship with the lighthouse? Was it in range of where we could see it from the coast?
No, Whitebeard's ship is on the other side of the island at the harbor.
Okay, just curious. Okay, awesome.
Meanwhile, Uggo and Civ are comparing their mead, whether they think it's mediocre quality or slightly better quality. Mine's a little sweet.
And Uggo's
famous flavoring them with prestidigitation.
Oh, I like that. It's
Uggo's
warm.
grilling Civ a little
it's
bit on
really
how to
good
make
warm.
people get stunned by punches and
You
how
said
poisons work. And
you said Civ and Uggo, but I think it's more Jared and Ron.
maybe.
Sounds like a lot of fun, guys.
All right.
It's raining. Maybe we should put on like little, cloaks or hats.
No, it makes it better.
Oh, right.
Natural water.
All right, so we're gonna do our intermission, and when we get back, I think our team is actually maybe gonna reunite.
I hope so.
Depends where Whitebeard's taking them.
Yeah.
I don't have a spell slot.
I want to thank some of the folks that have been giving us love: Snake Lady 101, TK421, TW, Fallstar, Kaibuck, White Tiger Angel, and others. Thank you all so much for those balloons. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Stick around. Lord Araban is going to take care of you, and we'll be back on the flip side.
Fear not, watchers. Our campaign will continue after this brief intermission. Right now, it's time for us to enjoy each other's company, yes? How do you all feel about that? Yes? Good? Bad? Right? Wrong? Yes? Oh, look, you're speaking. I see. Fireworm, Lord A, have you ever drank anything fermented in a corpse before? Oh, you sneaky little funny one. Of course I have. I've been alive for 121 years. You think I haven't tried everything that is available? It's, of course, yes. For Milo, so he breaks something. Bingle in Flames, yes. Well, I have basically everything in this house, if you want to call it a house, it's more like a mansion, has been child-proofed, you see. So nothing is breakable, as a matter of fact. There is no glass. There are no pots or... there is Milo's pool, of course, but other than that, there is nothing breakable. So there's really nothing we can do. Candle Queen, Lord A, hope you're doing well. Skin looking nice tonight. Yes, Candle Queen, hello. Number one, hello. It's been a long time. I do miss you. Two, the good thing about staying indoors always is there is going to be no damage to the skin, you see. And I'm able to keep very, very hydrated. So, yes, things have been fantastic. Child-proof and Milo-proof are different things. Fat Monk, I disagree wholeheartedly, but I guess we can agree to disagree, yes? Ladybug 2015, how was your week? How has your week been? Well, it's not been the whole week, but so far, I would say it's been delicious. I didn't have anything else. Lord A, has Milo died since we last heard? Yes. As a matter of fact, he got hit by a car twice on walks. He was drowned. I do believe we were at the lake doing a midnight lake walk, which is his favorite place to go, and he ran into the lake and didn't come out for a bit, and ended up dying. I did bring him back to life, of course. Eraban, do you know what James has named his steed? No, should I? Did I miss that part? Now I feel very terrible. Do we have a name? Is the steed named? And I'm not aware of it. Did someone ask James quickly? Blucifer. All right, good. Marshapotamus says it's Blucifer. That's not true? Oh, no. I feel so out of the loop. Well, listen. Steve is the name? Steve the Steve. Wait, are we coming up with the name now? Is that what we're doing? If that's what we're doing, let's come up with a name. Don't tell me what it is. Say, Mayer's a good idea. Blue Manchu. Oh. Spirit Thighs? Well, listen. Whoever comes up with the greatest name, and the way we'll decide that is whichever name. Ow! Milo, stop it! Stop it! That is not polite. Do you understand? Biting someone's toes is wrong. Don't. Ouch! My goodness! What did you... Why? Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm missing a toe. All right, listen, Milo, go to the... No, do me a favor. Go to the bath... Yes, the medicine chest. Grab the... What's it? The Neosporin and a Band-Aid and bring it back. All right, good. And put the toe back on. Oh boy. Okay, so you're looking considerably less mauve than usual, but it suits you. What's mauve mean? That's the only word I've heard in a while that I don't know the meaning of. Thulu blue. Cthulhu blue. All right? All right, listen. If you like a name, if someone says, oh, hey, listen, I've got a name, perhaps, first of all, you should write, if you want to come up with a name, steed name. I kind of like that. And then a colon or semicolon, and then a name. If you like it, upvote it. How about that? And then we'll we'll decide the name that way, you see? So Wild Chaos, while I like John Mayer, perhaps what you should say is steed name first, and then a semicolon or a colon, and then the name. That way people will know it's a name, therefore they can upvote it. Or a steed name, Shogoth. Dragonborn, Dragon Reborn 853. You're the 853rd Reborn Dragon? Or were you not able to get Dragon Reborn Basic? Oh, mauve is a color. Yes, Lego my ego, much appreciated. Mauve. Milo, can you do me a favor? Yes. No, give me the band-aid first. Yeah. No. All right, if you just want to do it that way, grab the toe off the floor. Yes. Now, put the toe next to the foot. My foot. No, my foot, Milo. Now, tape the band-aid. No, first of all, take the cap off of the Neosporin. Place a bit of that onto the open wound there. Yeah, yes. Ah, that's right. Now, place the toe sort of near the objective, and then wrap it. Yes. Ah, that's it. Good. Okay, that's perfect. Hopefully that heals. All right, we've got Blucifer has got a 5 upvote. That's big. Steed name, Steady Steve. Okay. Epina 07, Lord A, I have your shirt. Ah! You received the shirt that I sent you. Or wait, you mean the Lord Ereban shirt. Both are very nice. I sent a shirt to someone. I wasn't sure if it was you or someone else. It was 10 Ereban. 10. What was 10? Oh, the upvote number. Ah. Captain Kirk wants a Lord Ereban shirt. Does anyone know where Captain Kirk can go to get a Lord Ereban shirt? Can anyone name the place? If you cannot, I can help. Oh my goodness, people, I say it every day! Multiple times a day! At least every Wednesday. All right, it's... I forgot it. Ah, there it is. Wild D. Will D. The dungeonrun.fandom.com. Please head over there and you can get yourself a Lord Ereban short, or a bunch of other ones, as a matter of fact. All right, I think that the name that we have discovered is the winner is Blucifer. Yes? Are we happy with this? We shall tell James when he comes back online. James, your horse's name is Lucifer. Or should we say his steed's name is Lucifer? Steed's name is Blucifer, not Lucifer. That wouldn't, because the names are different. All right. Yep. Okay. Kitty Cat 13 asks, Lord A, you have toes. Well, I had 10, and technically now I have 10 minus 1, which is 9. Plus 1, because Milo taped one back on with a Band-Aid. I love Lucifer. I think it's fantastic, and I think we should leave it, and, as is. Yes, Brandon Nerd, yes. Hello, by the way, hello, it's been a long time. Yes, so Milo, you know how he gets. When he can't break something, he needs to break something else. He accidentally was, I believe, licking my toe and then chewed it off completely. Now, that's not surprising. He has very sharp teeth, and I do have very weak appendages. Ereban Fat Monk has a good point. Last name for the steed. Go. Everyone, if you wish to have a name for the steed, write steed last name, colon, the name, and we'll upvote the right one, the best one. While you're doing that, I shall talk to you a little bit about some things that are very interesting. Specifically, the Dungeon Run props, which, if you're currently if you've been watching the show for a very long time, maybe you know very much about these things. If you haven't seen it before live, well, this is an explanation for you to understand what the Dungeon Run props are. So here we go. Please upvote your favorite name for the steed last name, and we will give it that name. So, here we go. Tonight we have 4 unique Dungeon Run props for you. You can grant the gift of advantage. Does anyone know what that is? Of course you do. Does anyone want to define it for me? No, of course you don't. You're busy naming this horse. That's the ability to roll a pair of 20-sided dice at one time, taking the highest value. Thank you, Brandon Durr. However, in most cases, in pretty much 99.999.9, if there were multiple periods in a number, which they're not. Unless there are. We need to look into that. Anywho, most of the time, at this point, every single advantage is going to be disadvantaged. Every single one. By a very specific individual named, anyone know? Of course they do. Grim-Fated. Yes. That does not mean that you cannot give advantages and still give disadvantages. But the likelihood that they have already been given a disadvantage, I know I'm getting way out of my league here, but if you give an advantage, it's likely going to be countered by Grim-Fated.
And we're back. I got a text from Lord Ereban.
Oh no!
Even I changed my number, but he still has it.
He has powers.
He said Milo chewed through his restraints and seems to have attacked the internet connection.
Oh no!
In his apartment. So sorry for that, everybody.
Oh no!
I think Lord Ereban is going to have to get some work done and get a feed back up to his apartment. Hopefully, we'll have that back by the end of the show.
I mean, it only makes sense that Milo was going to snap eventually.
I'm a little afraid of what Ereban's going to do to Milo because of this transgression, but...
He's already texted me asking if I'll cast suggestion on a Spectrum cable layer.
Only fail an intelligence save so many times, you know?
Wouldn't it be wonderful to be able to cast suggestion on your Spectrum?
All the time, baby.
Not at all.
Every day.
Yeah,
you're going to. I suggest you arrive at the beginning of that window.
Okay.
Too real.
We are back. I want to thank some folks that gave us love during the break. A Gamer Share, Lily Double Stuck Fan, Ben Wezerick, Bingle and Flames, Twinsin, Marshapotamus, Ladybug 2015, and others. Thank you so much for those balloons, man. You guys are the best.
Just the best. Agreed.
All right. When we left off, the Phantom Steed carrying James and Lily had ridden off into the not sunset. It's already dark, into the darkness and the rain, back into the city, and we rejoin our other half of the team that is about to head to follow Whitebeard as he goes on a collection with Uggo.
Can I pull on Uggo's sleeve before we take off?
Sure.
Or on the way, whatever you want. My friend.
Yeah.
Have you ever been an enforcer before? Have you ever had to rough someone up?
Oh yeah, money? Plenty. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, all right. Then you know what you're doing.
Yeah, you beat him up.
Yes. All right. Yeah. Well,
pretty scary. I don't know if you knew that.
No, you're terrifying. Yeah. I would hate to be on the other end. I just wanted to make sure that you knew what you were getting yourself into.
I mean, we're gonna find out.
Right, but Whitebeard might ask you to kill whoever it is if they... All right.
Yeah, just be ready.
All right. Should we let Fahima know?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, I'll be right back. And
actually, wait, hold on. Actually, Sif.
Yes?
Ask her what she would do.
You mean when being an enforcer?
Yeah, to force to kill someone in this situation.
Right. All right. I'll come back and tell you what she says.
Thank you.
Okay. And I'll Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Oh my gosh.
Just like that.
That was my alarm to come back from intermission. Shut up!
That's the sound effect that Civ makes when he's...
That's
That was
running
like
sound.
amazing.
That was kind of amazing. Every time Civ says he's dashing from here on out.
Ringtone is the perfect Civ movement.
When he's not being sneaky. When he's being sneaky, it's very, very different.
It's like he's being fancy.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Amazing.
So I'll skedaddle over to Fahima and lean in. Fahima,
Yes.
are you coming with us?
Yes.
Oh,
I think it's
Um,
imperative we stay together from now on.
yes, I agree.
Hopefully,
um,
James and Lily make it back in time too before we head out.
Well, yes, I was going to ask your opinion about all of that. What do you think we should do if we get into a situation where Whitebeard tells us we need to kill someone if they don't pay up? Because that might happen where we're going.
You know, I keep pondering this, and I think of what my dad would do, and I think he would tell me that your personal morals mean more than anything else, and so you wouldn't take the contract if you're not comfortable killing someone for the means of the other person if it's not worth it. So what is it worth? What is this person's life worth to us?
Even if this person is shady and underhanded and terrible, scoundrel.
Well, this sort of returns to the whole argument we've had about who passes judgment on these people.
True.
And sure, the ends to these means is that we are in the favor of Whitebeard, but how far is this going to go? How many
Yes.
favors are we going to need to do for this man?
Right. My thoughts. Exactly. So we turn on Whitebeard if he tells us we have to kill someone. Is that what you're saying?
The end result is that we save Cho'Ron and his family. Right?
Yes. I think.
Potentially.
Right.
As long as I'm not the one doing the killing, it seems like that seems to be the greater option.
Taking out Whitebeard or killing someone on behalf of Whitebeard? I just
Going
want to be
along with
crystal clear.
going along with Whitebeard's plan, although I would prefer that we try to talk our way out of it again, or use coin or
Right,
favors.
right. We're going to coerce the situation as much as possible. I'm just saying, if it comes to it and Whitebeard says, kill this person, what are we going to do then?
Why are you asking me?
Well, because before we came in here, we decided that you were going to be in charge. And I wanted to clear it with you first.
Right, and that didn't seem to work out too well.
Well, Uggo is Uggo. And when you put Uggo in a situation like he was in, he's just going to be himself. And I think he saw a moment of hesitation and he felt like he needed to step in to protect all of us. It's the way he works. It's just his, it's his way.
I think if I didn't have a team with me, if everything was up to me, I would take matters more into my own hands. And I would set out to save Cho'Ron's family myself. Without Whitebeard's intervention, perhaps take out Whitebeard altogether. Although we're stuck in this sort of time loop where we don't know that we have the freedom to do that.
Right. Well, we might have to make that decision rather quick. So I just want to be 100% crystal clear that if Whitebeard orders us to kill whoever this person is, that we're not going to do it.
Well, what do you think?
I think that's a smart choice. I think we've gotten to that point where Whitebeard has pushed us all so far that we're fighting amongst ourselves. And I, for one, wanted to kill him a while ago. James was the only one stopping me from doing that.
Right. I don't know, I just think, what would James do? What would Lily do? And I just can't see them saying, yes, Whitebeard, whatever you say, and killing someone.
Right. All right. Good. Well, I'm glad this is settled then.
I'm sorry I don't have a very crystal clear answer for you, but I don't really think there is one. But I appreciate you asking me.
My dear, I think you do. In fact, I think you are very, very intelligent. Much smarter
Thank
than
you.
Ugo or myself. Which is why I thought
That's
it
all
would be-
relative.
Ouch.
Ouch.
What? No, what? Why is that ouch? It's all relative.
What I'm
That's a good
trying
thing to
You're the-
say.
It's like saying you're the tallest building in Topeka, Kansas, is all I'm saying.
what I'm trying to say,
That's
my
not
dear,
what I meant.
it's fine. I've been called much, much worse.
No, I meant your intelligence is relatively determined. Your
what?
intelligence in about cities and how they operate and the underworkings of, darker societies, that's intelligence. Ugo's intelligent about matters of the heart.
I see.
But we're getting away from the point of this conversation, which is, do we kill someone for Whitebeard?
Right. And I think I know the answer. Thank you. This has been very enlightening.
And by the time that conversation winds down, you basically have arrived where you're going again through this town of buildings on stilts that are all sort of weather ravaged. You weave through things in the night, in the rain. Whitebeard undeterred in the rain, moving, splashing through cobblestone streets, striding with great purpose and effect, and eventually arriving at another of these kind of nondescript houses. It is a city of very much sameness. Things look very, very similar. The houses are built in a utilitarian manner. There isn't a lot of flourish. There aren't a lot of decorations. This is a town of workers and people who weather the storm and do their jobs. And so it is not a town with a lot of visual flair. But you get to another one of these sort of nondescript places, and Whitebeard gets to the front, hits the door, boom, boom, boom. 40, open up. And you hear some.
I'm gonna start making my way around to the back of the building. If he's going up front with Ugo and Fahima, then I'll.
Yeah, Whitebeard looks at you, Ugo, and then nods at the door.
I shoulder through it.
Yep. So you hit the door. Just roll me a quick strength check.
Sure.
You have advantage from cold candor that was countered by grim fated.
And Jeff, if there are any windows, I'm going to be looking inside windows as I'm going around.
Okay, roll me a perception check. You have advantage from Reaper 18 countered by grim fated.
Okay.
My strength check is an 18.
Oh yeah, you take that door down off its hinges almost, knock it open. It goes smacking back open, and as you kind of enter the front, Civ, you see, what was your perception roll?
23.
23. Yeah, you see this sort of round man in a pirate hat, kind of running through the back of this house, heading toward the back entrance. You're jumping up, looking through these little porthole windows, and you see movement scurrying. He's trying to pick up some things and move through, and Whitebeard moves past you, Ugo, through the front door, and he goes, "Foddy, come back here." And as Foddy kind of runs, it's almost exact the exact timing of him heading through the back door, right at Civ as you arrive to stand in front of them, and he kind of barrels almost into you and looks up and sees.
I already have a dagger drawn.
Yeah, and he goes, and he turns around, and Ugo, Fahima, Whitebeard stand looking at him, and he goes, Whitebeard says, "Where are you doing, Foddy? Late as always. Where's my coin, Foddy?"
Mr. Whitebeard, I can pay you. I swear I can. I can pay you, Mr. Whitebeard. Please, just give me a little more time.
Foddy, I've given you all the time in the world. I've been more than generous based on our history, but I want my share. I want my share of the treasure. You're late, and you've always been late.
I'm going to kick him in the back of the legs.
He goes down to one knee. He looks back at you.
My friends here are none too pleased with you. I would like to be lenient, but they're the angry type. My friend here just tore into Elry Chinbreaker in the middle of the mud pit.
Ugo cracks his neck.
Yeah. And Whitebeard takes out his whip and flashes it forward and goes around the neck of this guy.
Mr. Whitebeard, please. Oh, please, Mr. Whitebeard. I will happily give you...
I'm sick of waiting on you. It's my share of the treasure. Now, do you have it?
No, I don't, no.
Well then, what'll I have to take in return?
And he looks at you, Ugo, and he nods his head to the guy.
What's in his hands? You said he was grabbing a bunch of stuff. What was he carrying?
He's got some papers in his hands that he had snatched up.
Can I snatch the papers out of his hand and read them?
Yep, you can, and you snatch the paper from his hand as
Ugo socks him in the face as soon as Civ has the
All right.
papers.
Just roll me damage on an unarmed strike. You don't have to.
I think it's 4.
Okay. Pops him in the face. And he's still being choked by this whip around his neck. And Civ, you snatch these papers up and you look at them, and it's the deed, or I don't know what it would be. The
title?
The title for a ship. That seems to be the papers for having it docked in the harbor, being kept and cleaned in the harbor.
I'm handing them over to Fahima, and I just give her kind of a wide-eyed look and gesture.
Okay, I take them, read them over.
I look at Whitebeard and I look back at you, Fahima.
Seems this man is in possession of a ship of his own. Maybe that'll suffice. For a ship means to a man what a babe means to its mother, don't you think?
I suppose. Never thought about it like that, but seems you do have something of value, Foddy.
Oh, please, Mr. Whitebeard, you take it. You can take it, please.
And he grabs the papers from you, and he looks at them, and he goes,
My boat now. Sign it.
Oh, okay, give me quill. Give me quill and ink. I'll do it.
Jeff, I started looking around for the quill and ink he's talking about.
I'll conjure some.
That's even radder.
Wow.
Whitebeard doesn't quite notice. He just sees that it sort of, comes when he beckons it, right? He doesn't even notice that it comes out of thin air entirely. But
we spoil him so bad.
It's an object. It's an object. So I'll conjure a very sharp quill, and I'll say, sign it in your blood.
Whoa!
Ugo reaches for the quill.
No, not you, Ugo. Are you going to hand it to him?
Yeah, it stabs it in his shoulder.
Oh!
And then pulls it out and hands it to him.
Wow!
You guys.
Wow!
All right.
Lily and James leave for 5 minutes.
And he takes the...
Glad I'm not there.
He signs on the dotted line, Foddy Lumpfoot.
Foddy.
Oh, Foddy.
It's yours, Mr. Whitebeard. I'm sorry.
Ugo takes the quill from him and hands it to Fahima.
Always late. Never be late again with what's owed me. We have history, you and I, Foddy. Or I'd tell these three to end you right now. You're lucky I'm in a happy mood from a good day. I'll be taking your boat as soon as I get to it. Let this be a lesson to you.
And he nods at you one more time, Ugo.
Ugo socks him in the face again.
Pa! Oh, sorry,
Master Whitebeard. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And he flicks his whip again, and it uncoils from his from the guy's neck, and he coils it, puts it back on his hip where it always remains, and he turns and he looks at the paper that's still sort of dripping blood, and he looks at the three of you and smiles a big grin, his big white beard down to half of his chest, and he goes, "Let's go." And he marches out of the front of this room again.
We saved a life!
Jeff, I'm just curious, when we're inside of his place, can I look around? I just want to know who this guy is, just in general.
Yeah, I mean, he seems to be a pirate. He seems to be, this doesn't seem to be a permanent residence. It seems to be a place that he's, staying in for the moment. Maybe. So
he's not like a prominent political figure or you
don't get that impression at all.
Okay.
No. I mean, you can do an investigation check if you want to find out more information, but it seems like an odd moment to sort of start,
No, I just want to make sure. I just wanted to make sure that he was a scoundrel and not,
You
some
definitely get that sense
gentleman.
that he and Whitebeard have a history of doing something intense.
Naughty. Got it. Okay. I'm good to go. And I walk out.
All right, so it's clear that Whitebeard is marching back to the dock and back to the ship. It's getting to be the dead of night at this point, and he says, "You're welcome to bunk on Whitebeard's itch or find your own accommodations in Boster." And he tosses you a little sack. It lands on the ground, and it clearly has coins in it. And he says, "You might want to stay someplace nice. I'm happy with the things you've done today. I'll see you in the morning." He marches off.
I'll pick up the coins and count them.
How much is it?
It's a good 20 gold in there. It's not a small sum.
I'll hand them over to Ugga. It's 20 gold in there.
Yeah, so?
You earned it, my friend. You did all the work.
Here for you, Ma.
Why?
I don't need gold.
Well, neither do I. Let's put it in the party gold, all right?
Okay.
Perhaps we could put it towards buying those bullets.
Well, the party gold is in my other body, I'm afraid.
Right.
But I'll hold on. I'll hold on to it for everyone.
Right. I wish James would send a message to one of us or something.
Yes, I'm starting to worry. It's been quite a while since we've heard from them.
Yeah, and it's raining. I hope they get to stay inside.
Doesn't Lily have the ability to send messages as well?
Well, I understand there's a certain range on it, whereas...
Oh, it's not the same as James? Oh, I see.
Was that what Fahima wanted me to do? Did I do that good?
Yes.
What?
It was perfect.
What? Right. Give me money?
Oh.
No, the way we handled...
By the way, the blood idea was so good. That was so a good idea. All right,
why are you guys treating me differently, okay? Just because I spoke my mind, don't pander to me, all right? I'm just another one of the team, okay? I just wanted to say...
We're not pandering to you. We look up to you when it comes to making these kinds of decisions.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I just hit people and make things angry. I don't know other than that. Sometimes I know hard stuff, but...
Well, I'm glad it worked, and Civ, good on you for seeing those papers in his hand, and...
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me take the lead on it.
Is a title to a ship. Did I get the name of the ship, Jeff?
No.
It's a ship. I'm sure it was probably pretty nice for Whitebeard to erase the debt that was owed.
James and Lily, is there anything you'd like to do?
As we're riding, yes. Lily?
Yes.
I've been thinking about something.
Drink some of the liquor. Drink the liquor. You know you want to.
You fished it out of that chest of that corpse. I think you get the first slug. No, just kidding. Lily, I've been thinking about something. I think I need to tell you.
Now?
Well, yes. I mean, yes, as soon as possible, because I think it could be rather urgent, depending.
I'm trying to look at you in the eyes.
Yes. Well, I mean, this thing rides itself. I'm fine, so I'll just yes.
Turn around.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, I'm not controlling.
So we're just hugging the liquor together.
Pretty much. Okay.
Fully spun 180 degrees, and you're just.
Listen, this is very weird. Okay.
I was gonna say you guys are like Paul Revere riding through Boston.
Listen, I'm probably getting some strange looks on the back of this flaming.
I feel like this is a better way to have a conversation. Though.
I agree, because I think this is important. I've been thinking, you know how we've been talking about how we don't really know, about what could happen. We're not sure what effect on what timeline, if something were to change.
Yes.
You know, we've even talked about killing Whitebeard.
Yes.
You mentioned Bingle. I think I realized something.
Okay.
If we kill Whitebeard, if Whitebeard dies now, 22, 23 years before he died the way that we know.
Yes.
It could mean the end of Bingle.
How so?
Dun dun dun!
Now go with me.
Drop the liquor. No, just kidding.
No. Go with me on this. So, Mervis Blowheart, his son, who's on board that ship right now, yes? He was raised not really by his father, but if you were to kill that man's father, you would be sending his life off into a completely different direction.
Yes.
You couldn't deny that his life would be entirely different.
Okay.
And so the odds that the Tardy Plunder was the ship that Claudiette was there for her to charter and for us to get on and for us to find out about Bingle when we were on board his ship and for you to charm him to turn that ship around. Mervis Blowheart is involved in none of that because we have thrown off his life into a completely different direction.
Potentially.
I think rather the probability of so.
Yes. I think it's a great thing to consider.
So
I don't want to kill Whitebeard. I never have.
I know. I'm just saying that I really think we need to protect him. We may not like him. But I mean.
I want to be very clear. I do not like him.
I hate him. I hate him. And Civ and Uggo hate him. And so much so I see it in Uggo where he wants to smash in his head. And I'm telling you right now, we can't allow that to happen.
Okay.
Because if we kill Whitebeard, if Whitebeard dies, Mervis Blowhard and the Tardy Plunder aren't there, we don't get to Bingle on time, and Bingle is destroyed. We possibly don't even get to the Deep Reef.
Unless we get to Bingle in a different way.
We got there 8 hours, 10 hours before.
I think if Whitebeard was to die, a lot of things in the world might change.
Yes.
So.
And it's as terrible as he is, we need that man to go about his life roughly the same way. Otherwise, we can't guarantee that Bingle will be there. There will be there to save it.
I get that.
There'll be no heroes of Bingle.
That said, we've already changed it a little bit, haven't we? The past?
I know. Hopefully not too much.
So.
I love this conversation on the horse as you guys are going. It's so awesome. It's so awesome to think of you guys like having this conversation. And then, it's like the one thing we can't let happen is Civ and Uggo be alone with White. Oh boy.
Wanted to tell you not only because it's Bingle, because it's your home and it's your family, but also, I mean, Civ listens to you, and so,
I appreciate it. And I agree with you. I don't want to kill anyone we don't need to kill.
I know, but we may have to protect a man who we hate, is what I'm saying.
I understand.
All right.
I don't like it, but I understand.
I don't like it either. It sent a cold shiver down my spine when I realized it.
Are you sure that wasn't the thing? No, that's hot.
Yes. No, but it was the rain, there was a lot of things going on.
Can you guys both roll me perception checks?
Sure.
James, you have advantage from Pytyra's Stormblade, countered by Grim-Fated.
Thanks,
Lily, you
Pytyra's.
have advantage from Bo Busy, countered by Bingle and Flames.
Nat 1. I am facing the wrong way.
You are in it. Mine is a 14.
14. Okay, so yeah, James, you're like, and then we could.
No, I am like,
all these
listen.
yeah. Yeah, completely, just riding along.
Time travel math.
This time travel math is very complicated, but I'll break out a chart. So yes, if this happens.
But Lily, as you guys are bounding through the rain, the streets emptied now, darkness completely having fallen on the city of Voster. As you're talking to James, riding on this glowing phantom steed, and you pass a road, a little offshoot, little sort of narrow street. You see in the rain, standing there, what looks an awful lot like Ugo, Civ, and Fahima.
Whoa, Nightfall, whoa.
And a parrot.
You didn't see it, James. You didn't see it.
Oh, sorry.
Why are you stopping? You didn't see anything.
Oh, sorry. Damn it.
James. Hey, James.
Yes. Yeah.
I am on board with everything you're saying. However, I think we need to stop. What's the horse's name?
I'm thinking Nightfall. I can call it whatever I want, really.
Oh, I like Nightfall.
Seems kind of nice, It's black.
Yeah,
and
it's
blue.
like
Yes, yeah.
It could be nice. It could be scary.
Right.
It's kind of ominous, but also sweet.
Nightfall.
Love
Right.
it.
Yeah, you guys
Very
are like 3
versatile.
streets past it
Okay.
by now.
Anyway, sorry. All right, turn around.
We
Don't
turn
we
Nightfall
see the
around.
two of them riding
You
on
turn
this
Nightfall.
giant horse that's on
horse.
fire?
Yeah, there's definitely
Yeah, right.
a blur. I mean, this thing's going fast. It's in the rain. You definitely all see, this kind of blue light that shoots past a open alleyway.
You see that?
Well, I don't mean to interrupt everything you're saying. I agree with you, and I think
I
this
saw a
is one of
human
those
and a
things-
gnome riding on a looking at each other this way.
We should keep talking about this, but I also think I saw Civ and Ugo back there.
Oh, good. Yes.
So if
all
we
right,
could maybe
right.
turn around.
Yes, all right.
I think you probably even saw Fahima sort of like
And
glowing
Fahima?
in the rain. Like
U-turn. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just sizzling off my body.
Seems to listen to me quite well. That's very impressive.
They were
So-
in an alley though, so I don't know if we need to proceed with caution.
Civ and Ugo and Fahima, you are, as you're finishing your conversation and you pick up the this soaked sack of coins and you're talking about it there as Whitebeard has kind of strode off. Around the corner, you see this magnificent stallion smoking blue in the rain, and on the back of it, you see the back of James's head. And Lily leans past him, holding this jug, and James turns around on the back of this thing, and they are standing high above you on the back of this magnificent steed, its eyes glowing with blue fire. I don't think one of you has ever seen it before. Right?
Civ and Lily saw it
Yeah.
one night.
Oh, that's it?
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
'Cause
Fahima and Ugo were awake when I conjured it the first time.
They were on watch that night and
Right.
saw James do it, but that's the
Yeah,
only two.
I remember.
Whoa!
Is that?
Everyone, this is my horse.
That is not a horse.
No.
Jadid.
Steed.
An arcane creation.
It's a phantom steed. Yes. Yeah. In fact,
Gotta learn
probably.
how to cast spells.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm probably running. It's probably running close to an hour. So yeah, get a good look at it. 'cause,
Civ, did you know this thing was around?
Yes, I saw James do it once a long time ago in the
And
middle
you
of the
didn't say
night.
nothing?
Well, I figured James would.
What's its name?
I'm thinking Nightfall. I don't know. Is that too
Oh,
dramatic? Now I'm
pretty.
wondering.
Nightfall.
It's a little dramatic.
It's
Yeah,
a little dramatic. I
I'm
mean,
gonna
he
help
looks
Lily down
Yes,
off
yeah.
of the horse while this is all
careful with
happening.
that bottle.
Careful
Careful with
careful.
that bottle. Do not.
wow.
Is this
I
it?
don't want to tell you
Don't
what we went through for that.
Touch
bottle.
this for the love of yourself.
Good God.
I was going to try some.
No! No!
Why?
No. Do not.
You know what this? You know that this
I was just going
has
to take a
death in
little
its name?
sip.
No! No!
Civ, trust me.
Handle it.
I'll go.
Yeah.
Nobody
Okay.
touch me! Nobody touch me!
Want to
Very
know where
protective of
this
this.
has been. You can, and we are still beaten up. I am still
Yeah.
basically at half hit points.
I mean, Elmo is too.
Yes. You
No,
guys
I'm
are-
actually looking very better.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys got a short
Got a
rest.
little-
We did not.
Yeah.
Why don't we get inside from the rain and you can tell us what happened?
Is
Okay,
this
great
an
idea.
inn?
No, but I can find us one.
Yeah,
In
that
fact,
might be
Jeff,
good.
I'll look down the street. Are we on a main drag? Is there an inn or a pub?
You're not on a main drag, but you can with your innate street urchin ability, you can find the main drag pretty quickly, and you'll find an inn no problem.
I think I remembered seeing one just around this corner if we all want to go back this way.
Yeah, you
Great.
come up to a place that has a sign out front hanging in the rain, a lantern on the exterior, kind of illuminating a soft glow on the side of the. It doesn't look like much, and it says on the sign, "The Isle Inn."
Okay.
This
Well,
is
White-
nice.
Whitebeard did give us a bit of gold to pay for.
Oh.
it, so-
Yes, and he said we didn't have to stay on the ship tonight if we didn't want to, and I personally don't want to stay on the ship.
No.
Smells.
There's no. He took Choron back with him to the ship.
Loudmouth did.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I beat up a halfling.
Yes.
Is
In the
that-
mud.
She put up quite a fight. It was.
Yeah,
Wow.
she had fists made of rocks.
Oh, I wish I would have seen that.
Oh.
Lily and I killed a large, deadly plant.
Hmm. And an undead dog. Well,
Sort
I guess
of
the dog
undead.
was dead.
Oh,
It
it's-
was repossessed by plant spores.
Fahima, it was disgusting.
Don't worry.
Is that why you smell like a sewer?
Yeah,
that-
honestly, how we smell now is a dream compared to how it smelled there.
Lily, your face looks roughed up.
Thank you, I'll for being honest.
Never mind.
You're very welcome.
It really seemed that it took separating us to really realize just how well we worked together.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Splitting us
gesturing
up.
everyone inside.
Yeah, no, oh yeah, we're
Okay,
getting inside.
You walk inside, and this
And
is
I'll disapparate Nightfall and make sure
Yeah.
he goes away. Yes.
in a puff of smoke. The blue flames are extinguished, and it kind of evaporates up into the rainy night. And you walk in, open this door, cling, 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 and you walk in to this very kind of unexciting looking inn. It is got a vague nautical theme. There are the big wheels. What's the steering wheel kind of thing on the wall? Painted. There's sort of a half-hearted attempt at some decor, but it is very much, again, much like the rest of this town, utilitarian, just work a day. And you walk in, there's a halfling there, sipping a looks like a very warm beverage, looking at you, and he says,
My friend, I'll take 5 of those, and any food you can rustle up for us.
Yes.
"All right, you got it. You want some chowder?
Sure. I love chowder.
Coming right up." And
And some bread, too, please.
of course.
What's chowder?
It's like soup or stew.
I
Oh.
don't know if I can eat that right
So then
now.
why didn't you just call it super stew?
It's a different kind. It has sometimes it has dairy in it, although I don't know if they're going to use dairy or not.
Manhattan
seafood.
style. Fahima, could you prestidigitate the smell off of me, please?
Of
I
course,
feel
of course.
absolutely disgusting.
I'll get to work cleaning off their clothes from
Thank
the guck.
you. Thank
Okay.
you very much.
Thank you.
And
So you
uh,
two got into a fight.
Well, yes.
We weren't trying to.
No.
Well-
First we met the Viscount, who was
Yes.
a very interesting gentleman.
Very,
Oh, I imagine he's sort of a tall, handsome wizard man.
perhaps at one point he
Nah.
was that. But now he's like a tall, handsome wizard man who part of his skin has started to fall off and it's kind of hanging down on his face still. And he has 2 royal subjects that are dead bodies.
That are both dead bodies, and he seems to have drunk quite a lot of the liquor of the dead,
Yes.
and it seems to have turned him into basically a walking
Let's just say when
factory.
you can't tell what bodily function is happening at what time.
Another question for you. So,
Please.
what was the cost of getting this liquid?
Oh,
Mental torment.
well, and
Okay.
if Lily or I die,
Oh, yeah.
technically, you are supposed to return our corpse to him to be, casks, fermenting stations for his next brew.
And he
What?
just agreed to a promise on that one. He just
He
said,
did.
"Okay, as long as you promise."
Yeah, but he didn't really have much of a way to enforce it, to be honest. I mean, as if you couldn't tell, he's not a very able gentleman.
It sounds like he's going to be a cask soon.
I don't know. I mean, he looks like he's already been dead for about 20 years, so who knows?
It's
He could
tricky to
keep going
tell.
for quite a while.
Well, you
But
didn't.
you-
You didn't
you
sign
agreed to
anything,
this?
right? You didn't make any sort of binding contract of any kind.
No,
Let's just be clear. We
We'll
went
be
into
fine.
we went into a lighthouse. We thought we were going to talk to a perfectly normal person. We talked to a man who was referring to his royal subjects, which
His
was
court, yes.
two dead bodies laying on the floor next to him.
Full skeletons.
Full
Yep.
skeleton. Okay, he had full-on conversations with them. They didn't talk.
They did not talk,
Pretended like they were.
right?
Then we had to talk to them. Then he said that we could get the liquor of the dead, but the only way was if we promised that if we die at some point, we can give him our bodies to be like a wine cellar of sorts.
Right.
And that was kind of at the point where both James and I were like, we need to get out of this
Just
room.
trying to
because
get out of there.
It smells bad. We don't
When
know
you
what's
say it
happening.
like that, it sounds crazy.
And yeah,
Our
we just said
story,
yes. It's
Our story doesn't sound nearly as cool as that one.
I mean, well,
It seems we had a walk in a park
Yeah.
I mean,
compared to that.
But
Well,
wait, hold on. You said something about fighting a plant,
yes,
right?
that came after.
okay.
Yes.
So then he said we could get the liquor of the dead if we went out into the garden and dug it up because it's fermented
Hmm.
inside of dead
Pointing
bodies.
at the bottles, at the bottle, like this
Yeah.
came from inside the chest of a
Yeah,
dead
don't
person.
shake it around. Don't shake it
Oh
around.
no, don't look at it.
Let
You-
me see that for a second.
No, no,
Okay.
no,
I just want to smell it.
no.
I'll go.
Do
I'll
not
go.
open that.
Now I feel like it's really good liquor, and this is all a story to keep me from drinking it.
I'll
No,
go.
nope.
Nope.
Do not open that. We will not be allowed to sleep here.
I'll go. And I am not going back there to get more if you drink it.
I will never go back there.
I refuse.
This is my new favorite scene of all time.
Wait, we went out to the garden with some shovels. We thought if we were going to do some light gardening, turned into much more.
We were
By the way,
attacked.
the food has arrived. You guys have drinks. You're
Yeah.
kind of set up.
Eating.
Excellent. Short rest. Yes.
sure, yes.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Do you?
No.
Sorry, barkeep. Do you have anything stronger? Do you have anything like a whiskey or a shot of something?
I'd like a shot.
We're on the Isle of Rum. I can give you.
Oh yes. Could we get shots all around?
You 5 shots coming right up.
Do you have any limes?
What's
Limes?
happening?
Green
No.
fruit. Oh,
No
Oh.
limes.
okay.
Well, necromancy is very weird.
It
So I'm
wasn't
sorry you're
really.
doing-
It wasn't really necromancy. I don't know how much magic was at work. Actually, I think it was just strange plants. Because again, these skeletons didn't talk back to him.
But they were animated.
No, they
No.
weren't. They were
Well, what-
literally just sitting there in a chair.
But what about the plant creature? Did he create that?
We don't
Don't
know.
know.
We didn't really want to go back in and re-talk to this man.
I want to talk to him. We
I
should
want
go
to
back and
too.
talk to him.
Really?
Let's
I wanna talk
go.
to him.
I
Yes.
don't.
Let's just do
know.
a swap.
Yeah.
I
You
have
guys
no.
need to
Des-
fight.
So
James can
James and
fight
I
the
are
pit
gonna
now.
go into the pit.
I have no
fight.
desire. No,
No,
thank you. I'll
we
stay
almost
here.
died. We almost died.
We seriously almost died.
Yes,
It
but that
was
sounds
bad.
much more exciting.
It wasn't exciting. James flew us up in the air.
Mhm.
And
That we flew.
Like the most exciting.
I know. You shouldn't have mentioned that we flew.
that wasn't the part you're supposed to focus on. The part
No,
was
right.
that he was grappled by a plant that is protecting liquor of the
I'll
dead
go just
inside
heads
of
down into his
corpses.
soup and just starts eating angrily.
Yeah, honestly,
Sorry.
I can't eat clam chowder right now after what we just went through.
Oh God!
Here's
I don't
some-
even get that in my
There's
head.
some bread.
Sorry.
Here, try the bread. It's
Bread
not-
is
it's not
fine. I
that
can
bad.
have bread.
God.
Do your
can
fingers
avert-
brush each other's fingers as you pass her the bread? Because if it did, I'm clocking it.
I
Anyway.
tear off a small piece and feed it to her.
Oh
no,
my
I'm kidding.
God. How were
kidding.
the So you went to the fighting pits. Is everything okay?
Yeah, enough about our story.
Did the
Wow.
Bulettes? Did the Bulettes win?
The Bulettes
Yes.
won, but
No,
the
we got
other-
one right here.
Oh.
we still have what? We,
He never said we
With us?
didn't take it with us.
Did you bring it?
I assumed
brought it from the
Loudmouth would
pit.
take it to the ship with him.
Oh, I thought we were still.
Just
I
carrying
don't know.
this
Jeff, is it
paper.
with us?
It was never made clear.
I lost track of it myself. I forgot whether the decision was made to take it. I know that guys had talked about whether you could carry it, but yeah, you said. I guess you said.
we definitely took it.
But
That's
I think
pretty
you
funny
would
that you
think
took the Bulette with you to the shakedown.
you think Whitebeard would be like, get that back to where it goes.
I mean, he could have been,
That's on me. That's
3
on me
sheets
for
to the
not
wind
remembering.
at that point.
That's even more intimidating to that guy if it's an orc holding a Bulette.
My poodle. Yeah.
Don't
Well,
make him
I'll
mad.
say this. I wouldn't want to just carry an injured Bulette around. I would
think
be
it's-
like, bring
I
it
think
back
it's-
to where like it's some care.
Yeah, I think it's very plausible that Loudmouth had Choron haul it back to the boat with you guys.
Right.
Yeah, it's only gonna suffer more if it's with us.
Injured, yeah.
Sorry, that's on me. I just lost track of the fact that something happened.
How dare you
Yeah.
lose track of all of these details that happen in our game?
But it's very
Juggle-
funny the idea
Juggle
that you
more,
guys-
Jeff.
Well, my friends, I would like to propose a toast to the heroes of Bingo. Do we have our shots yet?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. To the heroes of Bingo, may we never part our ways again and foolishly go off on our own. Let us work together in perfect harmony. Cheers.
To perfect harmony.
Cheers. Harmony.
All right, so it's become clear that you guys have plenty of money and the ability to purchase lodging for the night. It's getting quite late, and night is in full effect. So you can stay here at the Isle Inn, and
I've hey
Yes.
everyone. I keep thinking.
Barkeep.
No,
One
no,
more
no,
round.
no. I'm fine.
more
I'm
rounds.
fine. No, stop it. No,
I'll take another.
no, no.
you are got it.
I
Coming
can-
right up.
Okay, all right.
Sorry, James. Go ahead.
I keep thinking about the hag.
I was going to say that, James. Were you reading my mind?
No, I wasn't.
I was just thinking about how much time we have left to break her out.
Jeff,
I was thinking the same thing.
insight on James when he says no, I was not reading your mind.
Okay. You have advantage from Zero Cool, countered by Grim Fated.
16.
Okay, stop going out
16,
of
James.
There we go.
Blurry
It's
even
because we're all drinking
Yeah.
the rum.
Oh, what an insight.
I am not lying. No, I was not reading Fahima's mind. No, I keep. Yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing.
I just think it might be worth at least checking it out. Getting a lay of how she's contained, and I think they're powerful creatures. It could be such that we just allow for a way out, and she could figure out the rest herself.
Right. She knew things.
Well, yes. Didn't the other hag, the one in the shanty
guess.
town? Yes.
But were you not thinking about breaking her out?
No,
Were
I
you thinking about
was
prophecy?
actually.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no, I was.
Oh,
I
okay.
genuinely was. But she seemed chained up there. That was very disturbing. But it was even more so that, I've never. I mean, yes, even the hag in Shantytown. I mean, but she never. I don't know. I wasn't even aware some of that magic existed. If it is magic, she looked us right. I mean, she looked right at us and said, she knew we killed him. I was afraid Whitebeard was going to turn on us at that very moment. She didn't say it outright, at least, but we knew, and she knew.
Well, Whitebeard is very happy with Ugo right now. Very happy.
I'm a good actor.
Congratulations.
You are,
Well,
Ugo.
I'm not proud of it.
To the point to
Bush
where
family.
I don't know how much longer Loudmouth is going to be his number one.
No, listen. I mean, Loudmouth was still around when we saw the vault, which was at least in the near future, I think.
Right, but how much has already changed since then?
I know. My head hurts.
I do like the idea of breaking the hag out. We could go do that now.
I think we should.
Now
We're
we're
having a
Yes.
late night drunken visit to the hag. So excited.
It's a tiny little halfling. I mean, what is he
Okay.
going to do?
Well, he seemed
I
sort
would
of
like to-
connected. He seemed sort of like there
Yeah.
seemed to be like a greater organization.
So-
That's
what-
why we can't get caught.
I have also
Well,
learned recently that halflings are very capable.
Yes.
Yes.
We could wear like a mask or a hood or something so they can't tell that it's
I'm
us.
gonna stick out pretty bad.
Maybe
Everyone knows me.
Right.
It's true.
Right. Maybe.
No.
Maybe Fahima could turn you into a cat again,
Certainly.
or something.
Okay, I'm in.
Maybe. I mean, maybe let's not do
No,
that.
let's not maybe. Let's go now. Come on.
Well, yes,
This
we'll
is a good
leave.
idea.
Go.
Yes.
No, I think this is a
Wait.
good idea. I'm
I
glad
have
you
a
brought it up,
gallon
James.
jar of liquor again, and I don't know what to do with it.
We're going to lock it in our room.
Okay, good idea.
Okay. Yes, because I don't want to carry this around with me. I'm very uncomfortable continuing touching it.
That seems safe. Could you leave Meep with it, maybe? With the bottle. To keep guard over it.
Don't you mean Peep?
Oh, I'm sorry, Peep the parrot, of course.
Yes.
You guys get back, the bottle's half empty, and there's an egg.
And like 100 eggshells.
Just kept getting reborn and drinking more and getting reborn and drinking more.
No.
Just like how we found her. I could do that, but the telepathy between us only goes about 100 feet, so
Right.
it wouldn't do much good for us because I do think she's a bit farther
Well, put
away.
it in the bag of holding.
We don't have it.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, right.
We don't
I
have
hate
any
time
of it.
travel.
No, I'm missing my orphanage.
We don't have our money. We don't have our clothes.
God. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
well-
I know I shouldn't scream out things like that when we're in public. but I hate
Let's
I don't
just,
have the basilisk tongue anymore, and I'm so sad about it.
I guess let's just like put it under the bed and hope for the best.
Okay. Maybe tip the barkeep a little extra.
No, then
Oh,
he'll think
that'll
we have
raise
something.
alarms.
Yes, we'll
Okay.
have something in the room.
Tip
Do we
him
have any
nothing.
kind of locking spells?
Well, actually, I know a way to we could jar the door to where it doesn't open easily.
Perfect.
Great.
Honestly, I
I'll
don't
just
think
climb out the window.
I don't
and then I'll
think
meet you all in
anyone
the
wants
front.
this.
Oh,
I
one
do.
thing I could do is I could conjure an elemental to guard it, but that means I wouldn't be able to polymorph.
Honestly, you all, if we opened this up, you would understand how nobody would want this.
It's really bad. It's really, really bad.
It's
Then they might
Really?
throw it away on accident.
Mm.
If they find it, they might throw
It's
it
a
away.
lot
if
of
it's not
liquid.
very bad.
I don't think like a house cleaner is gonna come through and be like, "Oh, they left this here."
Right.
It's fine. We'll go and we'll be back in no time.
Yes,
Come on,
yes.
let's go,
This won't
let's
take
go.
long.
Okay,
Come on.
all right.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh God.
What are we gonna turn me into?
Well, let's.
I could set a snare just as one precaution. Just
Okay,
Just,
sure.
That's
you
good.
know, why not? I'm a
Right
wizard
in
and I
front
have
of the
many
door.
spells.
Yeah, right in
Yep.
front of the door.
Yep.
On the inside of the door, not on the outside. We don't
Yeah,
want someone
yes,
walking
yes,
down
yes,
the
yes.
hallway.
Yeah. I haven't
Yeah.
done this in a long time. Okay, cool. Yeah,
I think
yeah.
snare was last used on the Nightmare
Snare to
of
spare.
Pendracorn.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, snare to
Yes.
spare. Yeah, snare to spare
Yeah.
is better.
Yeah. Yeah, because it takes a minute to cast, so you know. So yeah, I'll cast snare, 5-foot rope around the inside of our in-room door.
Okay.
Yes.
And
The one
I'll
with-
wedge something underneath the door too, to where
That-
it's gonna be a pain to open it.
Now, everyone, please
There's a
remember that we said
bucket
that
over the
before we
top.
get back.
I set up a paint can that when the door opens, right in the
And
vent.
feathers,
You guys
like
are
two
like-
pillows with feathers
Fans.
that
Do
shoot
not
out.
disturb thing on the outside.
You got the
Sock
full,
on the door handle.
The full Home Alone going
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
right now.
We've combined Lost in New York and the original.
Totally forget about going to
There's
the hag because we
marbles.
spend all night setting up booby traps and getting drunk.
I
Right,
just had an
right.
idea.
What?
Can you polymorph me into a sea hag?
That's a good
Unfortunately, no. But that's something that I'm excited to study.
Huh. Fascinating.
I want to thank some of the folks that were giving us love. TK421, Aiden, Fireverm, Bingley, I guess. Bingley?
Has to be said like that from now on.
Bingo lay.
JT Justice in Flame, or Bingley JT, I don't know. It's
JT
Justice
Justice
in
in
Flames.
Flames.
Xenomorph Bob, Snake Lady 101, Omega, Reaper 18. So much love
Wow,
and
so
so
much
much
love.
appreciation from us. Thank you for those balloons. We appreciate it so much. One guarantee: I will always butcher your name. That's my guarantee. Okay.
Ah.
So we are doing a half-drunken.
Full drunken.
Full
No,
drunken.
I'm
All right, I love this. So you guys leave, and the halfling comes back with your second round of drinks. He's like, "What?
I'll take mine to go.
Take it for the road.
Yeah, I'm taking mine with me.
Thank you.
He'll take mine.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So
I'll take yours.
we are out in the rainy night. It is dark. It is the streets are empty. It is wet. The cobblestones are slick.
I'm gonna
You
take
guys
out
are-
scarves and tell everyone to put it over their head like a hood or like a headscarf.
Okay, sure.
So we're just a bunch of people in scarves
I
walking
mean,
around.
It'll protect you from the rain, but then
Oh.
people can't see a
Oh,
face.
okay.
Okay. I was gonna say it's not very inconspicuous, but yeah, okay.
This is so amazing. I mean, okay, so Civ, quite easily with your abilities and your innate knowledge of cities and towns, you are able to retrace your steps and kind of get you guys back to the inner part of Boster. It's a little bit of a strange area.
Are you sure it's not this way, Civ? Are you sure? I think.
Positive.
No, are you
Positive.
sure? Okay. Sorry. Yeah, okay.
Okay, everybody needs to be a little more quiet.
What?
Shh, shh, shh. Oh, shh, shh, shh.
Shush, shush, shush. You're so loud.
You
Roll
gotta
me
be
a
quieter.
roll me a dexterity saving throw. You have advantage from Reloader 68 countered by Grim Faded.
What's happening?
Oh gosh, this is maybe the craziest thing we've ever done.
I love it. So much.
15.
A 15. Okay, so your cup that you have your drink in slips out of your hand, but you catch it before it shatters on the ground, and you look up at everybody like, shh.
God, you're so good.
Oh, it's so good, Uncle.
So great.
It's so good.
So great.
So
You're
good.
the best.
Come on,
So you
come on.
guys make your way to that kind of grimy alley where you went before. Rain's still pounding down. You're soaking wet, but you're still covered in these scarves over your head, and you get to the front entrance where you had gone in before. That double door where the halfling had come out and greeted you.
Right.
Wait.
Uh-huh.
Plan.
I want to go around the back to see if there's another way in.
Yes.
Well, okay, but
scout it.
let's see if he'll just let us in. I mean, if it's a service, maybe he'll just let us in.
But
how much?
we don't want to be seen. She
Oh.
she has to seem to have escaped on her own, right?
Right.
Whoa.
All right, I'll be right back. And I'm gonna
Well,
sneak around to the back of the building.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
And Ugo,
Huh?
perhaps if we turn you into something smaller than a cat, you could sneak in and report back.
Like a baby cat.
Kitten.
We'll have to figure out some sort of language though, right? So you can scratch it into the dirt.
You know what I've always
Tell us.
wanted to be? A monkey.
Like a little capuchin monkey.
Yeah.
Is it?
Then I can climb a lot.
I feel like we're gonna.
Approximately the same size as a cat.
I feel like if you're a monkey, we're gonna lose you.
Then like a midget monkey.
But monkeys are smarter and they could communicate more
It's
to
true.
us.
I
That's
like this
true.
idea.
That's
Do it.
true.
Make his
me
dreams
into
come
a
true.
Small monkey.
Are there monkeys on this island?
Not that you've seen.
Okay, but we're pirates. We're pirates. Pirates have whatever they want.
Yeah, come
Or
on.
I could be a parrot.
You remember seeing a monkey on
pretty good flying
Whitebeard's
animals.
Jutty? Do you
Aha!
like that?
Aha!
Yeah,
There was a
okay.
monkey on Whitebeard's Jetty.
So
So
you've
yes,
seen a monkey before, Fahima.
pirates and monkeys.
Yes. All right.
It's established.
Oh, you can pretend like you were also in the circus.
That's a deep
Fantastic.
cut. That's a deep cut.
yes.
Remembering the monkey on Whitebeard's Island from the other timeline. Okay, so are you casting something or what are we doing?
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm gonna turn him into. You said you wanted to be a little like capuchin monkey, a little baby monkey,
Monkey works.
like one that you could put a little hat on.
A full-grown orangutan.
Little
Giant ape.
music grinder thing.
All right. I grasp my necklace and start to cast polymorph on Ugo.
All right, I'll go.
Uncle, you're gonna be great.
Looks
Feels
at you.
weird.
Oh, what? Remember to scratch once for yes, twice for no.
What is the monkey's intelligence rating?
That was
Probably
so many,
better than
many
Ugo's.
scratches.
Probably.
Yeah,
Better than-
probably better than mine.
Let me try to find it while Civ's sneaking around.
I have one.
You have one?
Intelligence is a 2.
Oh no!
-4 is the modifier.
No.
But it has +10 to acrobatics and +10 to athletics and +5 to perception. and +5 to stealth.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
And
good.
+5 to sleight of hand.
That's all good
Okay.
things.
He can
I
steal
like it.
things and sneak. He sounds like great. Maybe you should go with Civ.
Uggo, how do you sound? Oh.
This is very strange. Okay.
I guess we'll just wait for Civ to come back and give us the
No, I
lowdown.
mean maybe I think yes. Is he scouting? Or should we just knock and go?
No,
Ja-
knock.
Hey,
no,
James.
knock.
Oh,
You
sorry.
need to-
Secret.
Should I slap you? You're
No.
a bit
I'll
too
go-
drunk.
No.
Uggo climbs up Lily and starts like in her hair.
Oh, can you braid? Can you braid, monkey? Okay.
Braid, monkey braid.
I think he ate some of my ass.
Ooh. Right.
I don't know. Okay, don't eat that. That's probably from the island of the dead people.
Oh God. Oh God. So,
Whatever you're eating, stop.
so there's just a front door to this building. Is there anything that
I mean,
else?
you're basically in an alley, and there's a front door. You could probably find.
Civ is scouting around.
Right.
Oh, right.
24 on stealth.
Yeah, I mean, you are very quiet, and you believe yourself to be undetected as you go around the side of this building. There are strangely no windows anywhere along the side, and around the back. You can roll me a perception check. Civ, you've got advantage from Ashjor, countered by Grim Faded.
Ooh, nice. 22.
22. So you notice that while there doesn't seem to be a back entrance, there doesn't seem to be any windows. This looks like a kind of a strangely.
Like a barn?
I guess you could say that, but it's more
Or a warehouse?
It's more like it's been retrofit for a purpose of keeping something in. But with your 22. You definitely see that on the roof there looks to be some vent or maybe a chimney there that looks like there's actually some warm smoke coming out on a cold night.
I like it. I'm going on the roof.
All right. Roll me an athletics check.
Don't need to.
Huh? Oh,
Climby,
that's right.
climby.
You got your you got your claws.
Sneak.
All
Didn't leave those behind in the other timeline.
That's right.
Like some living room drapes.
A tabaxi is a tabaxi is a tabaxi.
All right, you have your vertical climbing speed, so you climb up to the roof, and sure enough, there is not a full chimney, but almost looks like a vent, a brick vent that seems to be emitting some warmth that is coming from inside the.
Is it
Structure.
exposed?
What do you mean?
Is it open?
Yes.
Okay, I'm
It's
gonna
open
listen.
to the air, yes.
I'm gonna
It's-
listen in. Do I hear anything?
Roll me a perception check. You have advantage from Don't Hate Fahima, countered by Grim Faded.
18.
You lean your ear down and you hear maybe some sounds of movement, maybe some sounds of whatever's causing the warmth, like a fire or something warm. But you don't really hear any talking or anything like that.
Is this big enough for a person to actually fit in?
It would be tough for a full-size Uggo to fit in. It would be easy for a full-size Lily to fit in. You would be a squeeze.
Okay, I'm gonna stealthily go across the roof of the building and then hang over to where all of these guys are at, and I'm gonna whisper down to them. Psst.
Hey.
What?
Hey, Civ. Shush, monkey, Uggo.
There's an opening up here.
Okay.
I am going to go in the opening.
Civ, just remember, everybody, remember, don't look her in the eyes.
Right,
Jeff,
don't look around.
the Uggo monkey jumps onto and climbs up to where Civ is if he can.
All right.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
That's monkey Uggo.
He's gonna eat stuff out of your hair.
Oh, yeah, and as soon as he says that, he sees he's really hairy. And he starts.
He's very stealthy. It's gonna
I'm gonna put him up onto my back, and then I'm gonna scamper back across the top of the building, and then start to climb down inside of the.
Wait, do we
Okay.
just all wait out here?
Oh, I love Dungeons and Dragons so much.
I think that's probably the best thing for us to do at the moment. We can be back up if anything bad happens.
Right.
So, Civ and Uggo, as you Civ, you're just kind of squeezing yourself through. I just roll me a dexterity check.
Sure.
You've
unlock
got
the
advantage
door.
from Grim Faded. Advantage from Grim Faded, countered by Grim Faded. We've finally reached
Wow.
peak Grim Faded.
I
Wow.
think the universe is going to implode.
Grim Faded.
Well done, Grim Faded. Beautiful, beautiful.
I
Thank
got
you
a
for-
natural 19
Honestly-
with my dex is a 24.
Thank you for supporting the show.
Yes,
in
thank
such
you,
a
Grim
Grim
Faded.
Faded. We
incredible
love
way,
you.
week in and week out. You are
Yeah.
amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff, you said acrobatics is plus 10.
Yes.
I got a 21.
Okay. So, I'm sorry. What was your roll, Civ?
24 on
Oh,
the
yeah.
dex check.
Yeah, you guys Civ, you're able to squeeze. Ugo, you're a tiny monkey. You have no problem fitting through this hole. But Civ, you're able to sort of squeeze yourself and wiggle your way down this little, almost a chimney thing. And as you get in there, it's definitely warm. And as you get farther and farther down, it's getting warmer and warmer and warmer, almost to the point where it's hot. A little bead of sweat appears on your brow. Ugo, you feel the heat as well, rising as you get.
I'm gonna push Monkey Ugo in front of me, and let him go
Gosh.
down in front.
Someone should have put a blindfold on that monkey.
Well, wisdom, I think, is still. What's my wisdom?
The stats that I have for monkey say wisdom is a 12.
Nice. That's
Not bad
That's
at
good.
all.
It's a little bit
Yeah.
less than mine, but pretty close. Okay, so it's hot, so there's clearly a fire here. So I'll climb down, trying to feel where the fire is, and if I get too low and it's too hot, then I'll come back up and.
If I see him struggling, I'm gonna take out my water skin and hold it down to him.
Okay, so Ugo, as a monkey, you're like moving down, squeezing through, getting a little closer, and you get to a point where you look down and you see what looks like the smoldering fire below you. It's not roaring, it's not big flames licking up. It looks like a fire that is being allowed to go out at night.
Naturally.
Naturally,
Naturally, it's going on
right.
naturally.
But it's still definitely a fire, and it's still definitely smoldering, and there's wood in the fireplace, and you're kind of holding your legs and arms on either side. It looks like if you dropped down, it would not be pleasant.
Yeah, Monkey Ugo looks back up at Civ.
I unscrew the top, and I'm gonna kind of try to hand the water skin down to him.
The monkey takes the water skin and starts to drink it
No,
and hands it back.
no. I'm just gonna splash a little bit down so that
And
it
you
goes
hear it go
past him, and then I'll hand it to him.
And there's a big bunch of smoke and steam that goes up, gets in your face, Ugo, right as it comes, and back even up higher up to you, Civ.
And then I'll pour the rest of it down and then drop.
All right, and the three of you on the outside see this big puff of smoke that come out of the chimney as you stand on the outside.
They don't notice that. Oh.
Doing something.
I hope that's not Pam.
This is an interesting question, Jeff. The walls of this place look like they're made of stone or
No,
metal.
Wood.
Oh, wood. Okay,
Question.
great.
Yeah.
How? Okay. About how far are we able to tell, like, how wide the building is from where we're standing?
Yeah, I mean, I guess barn is a pretty apt comparison. It's a fairly wide. This does not look to be built as a stronghold.
Okay.
It looks to be built as a hiding place. It looks to be built as a something that would blend into its environment. Nobody would know anything weird was going on here. It's just a building in the back of some place with no windows. You know.
All right. All right, never mind. Yes, I mean, I can try something, and so I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
And
That's what you're doing.
I've got to be able to tell if there's anyone else in there, and there's a way to use Detect Thoughts to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see. As long as there's not 2 feet within 30 feet of me, it can penetrate barriers, but 2 feet of rock, 2 inches of any metal other than lead, or a thin sheet of lead blocks you. So if it's just wood, I'm fine. So basically, I have a 30-foot cone.
Yeah.
I want to basically trace along the building, see if I'm like a detector of thinking creatures.
Love it.
and it says an intelligence of 3 or lower, I won't be able to detect. So I will not be able to detect Monkey Yucko.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, you certainly can detect Civ, and I don't think you are entirely confident that you get all the way to the back of this
Probably
building.
not. Yeah.
But you certainly can detect a couple of things in there, a couple of thinking creatures.
Okay, gosh.
You're just able to detect that there are thoughts, right? Not that.
Yes, yeah. And then I can, once I can detect a creature of a presence, I can read sort of surface thoughts.
Okay.
So am I able to get any?
It does appear that there are the thoughts that you are detecting are there is the thought of eating a big feast and sitting underneath a palm tree on a beach, and there's somebody
I think he's dreaming. I think there's someone dreaming.
It's
okay.
dreams. That's exactly what it is.
And okay, do I catch any thoughts that feel like the hags?
No.
Got it. Okay.
Jeff, when I drop in there, does the monkey have dark vision?
That's a good question.
Good question. I don't know.
Yes, 60 feet of dark vision.
What?
Oh, okay. So just like I'll go.
Nice.
And what's my perception check?
How fortuitous.
Oops, hang on. Your perception is passive perception is 16. Perception is +5.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I'm just gonna scan the room to see if I see anyone.
So you drop down, and you are off to the side of this big room that you remember Well, I don't know. You're interpret it as a monkey in any way you wish, but
Sure.
There was a time. Sif, have you dropped down in here yet, or are you still?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. No, I would go down too.
Certainly, both of you land, and you're still being very stealthy, and it's dark in there. There's this smoldering fire. Quite late at night at this point, and you see this room that you had entered. To your right is the front door, the other side of which your friends stand. It is this partitioned 2-part door with 2 knobs, one on top and one on the bottom. And there's a little stool off to the side as well that clearly is used to open only the top. And the room is mostly empty, save for this big curtain that you remember being pulled back. And there seems to be a farther back area, a side area, an antechamber that is partitioned off in its own right. That seems to be perhaps, an office or a bedroom or something like that.
I'll go. Monkey pulls on Civ's pants. And
I look down.
Points at the curtain.
Yes. The door first.
Fahima.
And I'm gonna go up to the side of the room and go along the wall over to the door. And I'm assuming on this side of the door, it's just latches, right?
That's right.
Yeah, so I'll quietly unlatch the door. Actually, I'll just unlatch the lower half of the door, not even both of them, and then push the lower half open and then gesture with my tail for the rest of them to come inside.
So the 3 of you are standing there looking up where that puff of smoke had just come on the ceiling, and then about waist level, eye level to you, Lily, but waist level to you, Fahima and James, the bottom half of this door pops open, and you see a feline tail come popping out.
Fahima, I think Civ and Monkey Yucko will be fine, but should you make the 3 of us invisible?
Unfortunately, polymorph is a concentration spell, so I have to do both.
I'll go. Monkey backflips out from the door and does a twirl and goes, ta-da!
I'll say to everyone, they are sleeping in there, okay? So we need to be very quiet.
Do you think it's wise that we all go in? It seems like...
Probably not.
I don't know how else we're going to get her out of all those chains.
Right.
Oh, I'll get
goes
her
back
out of
in
the chains.
goes back into the door.
Do I hear her say that?
I don't know how close you... I guess you are on the other side of the door. You could probably hear her say that. Yeah.
I'm going to immediately beeline it over to the chains and start examining them as far as how to either break them or better yet...
Is she in that room?
Well, you guys... So have you gone to the other side of this curtain yet? What you have done so far is crawled along the side, opened the door. Ugo leapt out. There's this the curtain on the back half of the room, basically, just like when you entered the first time, except you're not being brought in by anybody.
Argument for us all going though is that we can guard the halfling, so that if he wakes up, we can contain the chaos.
Right. Totally.
Yes.
I could suggest he'd go back to sleep.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. Good. Yes. Okay.
Quiet.
So we're all gonna crawl in.
Okay, I'm gonna put my drinks out here.
Never mind. Why didn't you drink it? Never mind.
I drank most of them, but I have the glasses. I was gonna take it back to the bar because I hate
Hide
when
it
people
in the
steal
bush.
glasses from our bar.
Okay.
Put
Yes.
it in the grass.
So good. So, yeah. Yes. All right.
Okay.
So you guys walk up to the curtain. You go underneath the door and walk into the room.
Yes.
I want to go to the chain. Do I see the chain?
The chain would be on the other side of the curtain.
On the other side of the curtain. Okay, yeah.
Should
Then
we
yeah.
guard the James? Where did you?
I'm gonna
detect the
close
sleeping
the little
from.
mini door behind me, so it's like not
I'm-
latched all the way, but just so it's not like open.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start walking in. Yeah, towards the hag.
All right, so
where we know
Lily,
the hag is.
You reach out and it makes a little more noise than you're comfortable with, but you feel pretty confident that it wasn't too loud. And what did you say, James? What are you doing?
I'm kind of got my eye on where the hag is.
I'll
Okay, yeah, I mean, it's
pull
on
the
the other side of
curtain
this curtain,
back.
so-
Yeah. Okay.
I'll pull the curtain back.
Like all the way?
No, just
She
enough to where
drives.
just enough to where she can see out and we can see in.
Monkey
I'm not-
Uggo climbs up on Civ and covers his eyes.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna look.
I love it.
I'm not gonna
I love
look.
it. You have a monkey on the back of you covering
Yeah.
your eyes, and you pull open the curtain, and you the rest of you.
But Uggo Monkey goes, huh?
Are you gonna
Intelligence.
Oh,
Yeah.
To
Oh,
intelligence.
yeah. To intelligence, yeah.
Someone put a blindfold on that monkey.
Okay.
The
so
tail
what
over his
happens is-
eyes.
What happens is you pull the curtain back a little bit. Uggo monkey Uggo is got his,
Muggo.
whatever. You know what's going on. You the rest of you, eyes averted. You can see the chains kind of on the ground. Uggo, you see a pile of seaweed on the ground.
I will. Oh.
Remove my hands.
Okay.
I will
I tap
awaken
him on the
mind. I'll awaken mind towards the pile of seaweed. Say, if you're there, we're here to release you.
I'm gonna reach up and put my hand on top of Monkey Uggo's face.
And I'm gonna look up, but not towards the seaweed. I want to look for the chain. So I'm just scanning the floor for the chain.
Yeah, so you see big, thick chain links, big iron links of chain that go all along the floor and then up to the wall and through a hole that seems to have a metal bracket in it, all the way to the other side of the wall where that door to the other chamber seems to have led. So the chain actually goes through a hole in that wall to the other
Right.
side into that room. As you awaken mind, Uggo, you start to see the stirring of the seaweed just as Fahima puts her hand over your
Lie
face,
still.
but all of you hear that sort of squishy, soggy movement again that you remember. It's seaweed being peeled back. It's wood planks with sort of a bare skin, but wet. You know, that sound of wet skin on wood planks and movement, and you hear this sloshing, this kind of soggy, moist sloshing. And what do you do?
Okay, I think we should...
Ask her some questions.
Are you? If we mean you no harm, lie still, and we'll undo the chain. Do you understand me?
Are you saying this out loud or in her head?
No, in her head.
Okay.
Monkey Uggo jumps onto. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You hear, I knew you would come back.
She says that out loud, I assume. I mean, yeah,
That's the only way she can.
Yeah, right.
If she spoke back to you in your own head,
Yeah.
you would
Would
freak
we-
out.
We're out.
Okay. All right. Hey, Sif, go. Try, undo the chain.
Well, it goes through into the other room.
But she can't drag the chain behind her if she's to
No.
escape. We have to release it from her without looking at her.
It'll make too much noise.
The chain from her body. We have to take the chain off of her body.
Right, so if she can't drag the chains, that'll make too much noise. So can you release them from around her wrists or ankles?
I don't know. I don't want to look at her shackles.
Just
Then I have to get very close to her.
James, ask her if it's okay to look at her ankles, if that's fine.
I mean, I think it's just eye contact, but madam, where are you bound? Is it on your feet or your hands?
It is, of course, my neck.
Of course.
Yes,
it's
I'm not getting anywhere near that.
Tell her to close her eyes.
What?
I don't know. What do we do?
Why don't we just cut the chain so it's just a short link coming off of her?
Let's cut the chain. Let's cut the
How do
chain.
we cut it?
Okay.
How thick is this chain?
Very thick. I mean, these are big, like what you would use to have an anchor on a ship. That's that kind of chain.
Fahima, can you heat it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I can.
Don't
If you can
hurt her,
heat it,
though.
if you can heat it enough, I could probably, well, Uggo probably could use a crowbar and bend it and break it.
Yep, I'm looking at my fire spells.
Come to me because you want to know, not because you want to free.
Well, we thought it would be a nice trade.
Indeed.
I would, for the record, I would let you go without knowing anything.
I want to know.
Then let us begin our transaction.
Okay.
Okay.
What would you like to know?
Should we kill Whitebeard?
You regret what has not yet come to pass, but to erase that which has not yet been written is to undo the doing. A future where you are not who you are pulls you to become someone different than you thought you could be. I do not recognize that unrecognizable you. Do you?
You don't know.
Wow.
Is
produced-
Conroy Tig alive? In
Today, he is still years away from his great discovery. Still aimless in the unknown. Not knowing how much unknown is still not known. But he will know. He will learn. And it will change everything. The question is, when will you know?
I'm gonna reach out and hold Fahima's hand.
It's starting to crackle with fire.
Monkey Uggo pulls on Fahima's dress or whatever she's wearing.
Yes, I'll go.
He wants to go back. He wants to be the orc. Make him the orc.
Are you sure? You won't be able to sneak out of here.
I'm pulling out a crowbar from my pack.
Is that right? That's what you're communicating? You want to not be?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's pointing at Civ and thumbs up.
Okay, all right. I'll drop it and I will cast Produce Flame into my hands and just start to create little sparks of flame so that I can grasp the chain and just heat it up so that Civ can break it free.
Okay, so you are what spell is it specifically that you're casting?
Produce flame. So
Okay.
it's just going to produce flames in my palms, and then I'll grab it.
Okay, so you grab it and you feel the metal start to heat up. It's going to take a while for this metal to get to a point where it can be pliable in any significant way. But you are you are creating fire in your hands and trying to heat what is very thick iron.
I think that's all I can do without throwing fire.
James, can you ask her to not look at Civ?
Yes, yeah.
Wait, don't we want to ask more questions?
Civ.
I don't want to make this transactional. I just want to set her free.
Civ.
What? But she knows so much.
Civ.
Sometimes it's better not to know.
Civ.
What?
Thank you for my poem. I've never had friends like the four of you before. What do you know about me, madam?
And you hear the chains jostle a bit, and she moves on that sickly kind of sloshing, squishing like a sponge being pressed on the ground. You hear her kind of move, and the chains are making much more noise than any of you are comfortable with. Moving, being pulled, sliding across the wooden floor, but she's clearly getting closer to you, James.
And
you
I'm
hear
finding it
her-
really hard to keep my eyes off her. But I'm not
is very close to you. It seems you feel this moisture in the air, almost this. I mean, you are wet from head to toe as well. You're soaking wet from rain, but there's this soggy feeling that is so close to you, almost a warmth, like a breath that's close to you, and you hear, "What do you have of value? What do you have of value? You are not the first to bargain your worth. When one is so old and so great, one need not offer power. One can offer emptiness to the burdened, penance to the unredeemed, oblivion to the hopeless. Regress is as powerful a promise as progress, but it is never devoid of cost. And that is where you are the same. You and she. The funky librarian dances in the dark, thinking he's alone. But the dance began long ago to the light, airy music of regret.
Why is Thorn so weak? What has happened to me? Why am I like this?
Today, you are strong. Today, you are happy. But the rage will grow in your family.
rage knows what it is doing. The rage has been here longer than any of us. And the rage wants. But today, you and your brother clasp arms in unity. And today, you are young, but someday you will clasp weapons in rage. And you will be very old indeed.
Ugo rages and tries to snap the chain.
And as you scream and
Ugo.
you cannot seem to budge these, even the mighty strength of Ugo cannot seem to budge these chains. You feel, Fahima, in your hands, them growing hotter and hotter and hotter, but it is still long from the time that they would be able to be burned through. And you hear, as the chains, as Ugo slams the chains to the ground, trying desperately to break them, you hear that sloshing, squishing movement as it retreats to the back of the room, and you hear these seaweed move and slide on the ground again, and then you definitely hear movement from that room adjacent.
I'm beelining it over to that room.
I'll go with Civ.
Okay.
I slide the crowbar away, and I am taking out my rapier.
Don't hurt him.
Could we assume that these
I
chains
just
are
point at the
magical?
butt of my rapier.
I don't think you can assume that the chains are magical. No, you
So
can.
I want to try something. I want to go into the main room. Actually, no. Never mind. Nope.
I'd like to make it to the door before somebody opens the door.
Okay. So you do. You rush over there, and you get to the door. You hear movement on the other side of the door. You see, standing there against that wall. You see, sort of this doorway that leads to this antechamber. Along the side wall, there is the chain leading in through the bracket, and you see the bracket at the point of the bracket, the chain jostling a little bit as if it's being pulled from the other side and yanked a little bit, and you hear a sharp movement, that squishy sound again, but it's a sharp movement as the chain seems to be yanked from the other side, and you hear this from inside the room you're in.
So that chain is being pulled through the wall, and that's on the other side of this door?
Yes, so you're standing at a wall, at a door, and the door leads to a room that seems to share a wall with the main room that you're in, and that chain is being fed through a metal bracket into that room, and it seems like something inside that room just yanked on that chain.
Jeff, I yank it as hard as I can.
No,
back.
I'll go. Okay.
All right.
Ugo,
You hear shouting, and you hear a couple of different voices, and then that door slams open. Roll initiative next week.
Can I argue that I would get a surprise on whoever opens the door, since they're not going to know that I'm...
I think that's pretty fair. I mean, they're
Okay.
now alerted and alarmed, but they don't have no idea what they're opening their door into. They're just
Oh my
rushing
god.
out.
Ah! What have we done?
All right.
So much.
We've done what we always do.
I think that might be one of
Wow.
my favorite scenes we've ever done. Is
Wow.
you guys
Dude, that
drunkenly-
was so good. It was
That
such a
was
good
awesome.
scene.
That was awesome.
All right.
I loved that.
So, next week we're gonna find out what happens next. As what is coming out of that door? How is it all gonna play out? Will our intrepid heroes of Bingle be able to free the sea hag from her chains? And there's so much more. We're holding onto a jug of horrible liquor at the same time. Or actually, it's in the.
Yeah, luckily
it's at the hotel.
Yeah,
back at the hotel. But
the snare guarding it.
So much. There's so much. So you guys got to be here next week. I want to thank some folks that have given us love: TK421, Angel Devilson, Fireverm, Justice in Flames, Xenomorph Bob, Snake Lady 101, Omega. It's so nice of everybody to give us those awesome balloons. We appreciate it very, very much. This was the episode I needed this week, man.
Buddy, I feel you.
Feel so much. I appreciate you guys.
I can't believe, honestly, I can't believe how the night started and how much we kind of packed in. That was a lot.
I know. We really did a lot today.
Yeah.
Well, we will do a lot next week as well because there's a lot to do. We still have to get ourselves to Castle Rum now that we have the means to do that.
We have to get ourselves through the night.
It's year 2, baby. Anything can happen.
Year 2. We appreciate all of you sticking with us and being here. It is extraordinary. Please do take a moment and tell your friends about the show. We want this audience to grow. We want to keep making the show. So please do spread the word any way you can. We're excited to keep telling these stories, and we can't wait to be back next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time here at caffeine.tv/The Dungeon Run. But until then, humankind.
Be
both. To all of you who played along and interacted with us throughout the evening, our humble thanks. And thank you to everyone that shared our adventure. We love the shares. Oh, yes. Now, be sure to join us next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific right here at caffeine.tv/The Dungeon Run. As The Dungeon Run continues, follow the channel to get live notifications. Until next week, may the dice roll in your favor.
It started.
As a simple dungeon run. As a simple dungeon run.
Let the dice
In a world where magic exists, anything is possible.
Ah, life is pain. Ah, life is pain. Pain.
Meep, I love you. Come back to me. Meep. 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 Meep.
We're falling through space. No plan.
The island of Bingle is safe once again. You may return to your homes. And if there are any that are willing, help them rebuild.
humankind. Be both.